Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
None are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world,
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Common and Chev.
What's up, everybody? Good morning here at the Ultimate Autographs live break room. I accidentally did Common's intro. I was waiting for when does this start? I'm so used to mine. I have the ice break, and then boom, it goes to start. I was like, where does his end? But welcome, everybody. Happy Father's Day to everybody here in the break room from Dom and Mike. What's up, Mike? Happy Sunday. We have a Father's Day all speed flex series in the room. We got Neon Shark. He's ready. Good morning and happy Father's Day to everybody. Right back at you, Neon Shark, and everyone out there celebrating. Hey, whether you're a father or not, or you got your dad, you're waiting to get your dad something for Father's Day. Sometimes you got to get a late gift, right, Mike? It happens.
Sometimes you got to get him a speed flex.
Sometimes you got to get him a speed flex. If you got him a late gift, it's got to be a good gift, a big gift, a reason why it's late, right? You got to give a good reason why it's late. How about a Tom Brady speed flex or a Brett Favre speed flex?
Dad, I didn't win it until on Father's Day, and it's got to ship here for a little bit, so...
I think the dad will be cool with that. Like, you know what? If I have to wait a couple more days,
right,
I think that will be just fine. You're like, Dom, what are you talking about? Well, here it is right here. Father's Day Speed Flex Series. Mike, this is not even the best part about this. Let me talk about the helmets. And we do have a pre-fill already in this double break that we're going to get started with, guys.
Yeah.
Neon Sharks, as I purchased a double break for the Father's Day this morning. So there should be 7 left in the Father's Day. I believe it's closed out, Neon Shark.
Yeah, somebody else bought those other 7. So.
That's right. So we'll be doing that double box break in just a matter of seconds. But I just want to talk about this series for a minute. I just want to show you guys what is in this series. Obviously, it's a brand new series, made it live after the show last night. So every box, every headliner, every speed flex, it's all speed flexes available. Steve Smith Sr. Hey, Father's Day. We have a senior.
There you go.
Bruce Smith, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Michael Irvin, Malik Neighbors, Bo Jackson, Brian Thomas Jr., Drew Brees, Emmitt Smith, Brett Favre, George Kittle, Jim Brown, Joe Burrow, Kurt Warner. We have a Tom Brady prize. See it there, so you have a chance to win 2 Tom Bradys in this break. But here's the cool part about this series. Besides every box being a speed flex, if that's not the coolest part, which normally is the coolest part.
Right.
Mike, 15 helmets will have entries in a top spot drawings for prizes at the end of the series. Ooh. The 5 prizes are a custom Tom Brady speed flex, an Aaron Judge baseball bat.
Oh, wow.
A Steph Curry jersey, an Evander Holyfield / Mike Tyson dual signed boxing glove, and a Ric Flair championship belt.
I thought you were just reading off that 1 and 4 that we had up on the board not too long ago, because those are a lot of those same headliner names. And I'm not saying same as in bad. I'm saying same as in, oh my gosh, they're in the room again. That's incredible.
Those are huge names.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tom Brady.
Right.
How about Aaron Judge? Going to win American League MVP again this season.
He's pretty good, I think.
He's
yeah.
all right. You know, flirting with 400.
Yeah.
We have Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, dual signed boxing glove. Ric Flair, 16-time world champion. Steph Curry, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. So we do have a double in that break. Let's see if we start off with a headliner. We'll see if we start off with an entry into one of those giveaways.
That would be nice.
So guys, let's roll some dice. We do have a double ready for us, so let's get down to action. I do not want to make our lovely people wait
My bad.
any longer. No, you're good. You got time.
We have the double, and I didn't throw it in there.
I still got to do the randomizer.
But yeah, we got some housekeeping to do.
So 6 or higher, going to automatically make the Father's Day series the Chase Wheel Spin for, spoiler alert, the 9, the 12, and the 3 p.m. shows. Those are the shows I'm doing. So going to treat the dads out there to something nice. Get yourself a Speed Flex, and at the end of the show, win some money back. So 6 or higher, first Father's Day, hoping to get some luck for it. All right, there you go, Neon Shark. Good luck today. First Father's Day. You're not a
wow.
You're not a father, Mike, right?
No, I
Okay.
am
I think yeah. Me
not,
neither.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not that I know of.
Well, you got pets, right?
I had a pet. I had a dog. He was more of a brother rather than like a son.
You know, not to get I had to put my dog down this week.
Oh my gosh.
Never fun. So dogs are like brothers. They could be, if you're, they could be your son, they could be your brother, it could be your mother, sister, whatever, I guess. I don't know if your dog's your mother, that'd be weird. But if your dog's raising you, you might need to think about your life for a second.
Right.
So 8 is the dice roll. But it's never fun to lose a pet, right?
No, yeah.
All right.
Oh man, that's too recent for you. That's tough.
But hey, let's have some good times here in the break room.
Yeah.
See some awesome. You know what puts me in a good mood? Football. So I love
yeah.
seeing some football helmets. We
yeah.
have Tyler, Neon Shark, and then Josh Andres. What's up, Josh? JA, what's going on? You know what I love about Josh Andres? Besides him being an overall nice person, he's a Packer fan. He's a Packer fan.
You Packer fans.
So there's a lot of great options in the Speedflex series, but I have to imagine for my man Josh Andres, there's one in particular that he really, really likes. It's that Brett Favre Speedflex. So guys, it is on the ticker. Let me confirm Father's Day. You see it right there next to the quarterback room, 1 out of 30. And I'm going to get a message ready in the chat. I guess I'll call it Father's Day. I'll let the...
Yeah, that's fine.
I was going to say flex, save me some time, but I'm like, I can use a workout.
Looks like Tyler and Josh are, of course, the only 2 in there. So Tyler was saying, which boxes you want, man? Well, he laid back. Who cares? It's just us.
I like that. Well, Tyler, obviously it's an amazing series. Tyler knows, hey, every headliner, every box of Speedflex, you can't go wrong in this series. Tyler, who's your squad, by the way? If there is a helmet that you're specifically chasing.
Maybe JA pulls the Packer lid in there, and Neon, maybe you can get something that you're chasing.
I want to, just to keep saying this, guys, every box in this series is a Speedflex, even in the and more section, even the secondary section. So every box is a Speedflex. There's not going to be a bad box in this break.
Every box?
Every box.
Every box.
Every box.
Wow. Are you sure?
Unless this website's deceiving me.
No.
Every helmet in this auto is a Speedflex. Ravens and wife is a Bronco, but I love them all, to be honest. But Packers will go to JA for sure.
All right.
Still wait on those box calls. Ravens. Maybe we have a Raven hiding out in the and more section. I don't see one on the photo headliner, but we do get Ravens hiding out in the and more section.
I don't see any in our headliners that scream at me right off the top. Wife's a Broncos fan. I don't see that in here either.
There's a former Raven, Steve Smith Sr., obviously more well-known for the Panthers, but played with the Ravens.
Right. But, I mean, still a slew of incredible names.
Yeah, this
you
series
wouldn't want to
is...
miss out on.
I mean, the fact that it's all speed flexes and the prizes too. You have a Tom
Right?
Brady Speed
Yeah.
Flex prize. By the way, there's a Tom Brady in this break. You win them both. The Tom Brady Patriot Speed Flex is in the break, and the Tom Brady prize Speed Flex is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers Speed Flex. Actually, Mike, if you could do me a favor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the graphic. We could spoil it. I got that helmet right there. Little eye candy for the people. I'll show off the helmet. That's the prize, as you see on the graphic. The prize while we wait for Tyler or Josh. Tyler or Josh, if you want to draw box numbers, please do. I can go to the wheel. This is the Tom Brady prize Speed Flex.
I will tell you that was in our warehouse the other day, and Rip and I were doing a little bit of a content piece, a little promotional thing, and I grabbed that thing, and I was like, "Wow, I'm gonna showcase this in what we were doing." That was a nice one.
I like the top of this.
Oh yeah,
The GOAT. How cool is that? Tom Brady. Get that entry. The entry comes, every box is Speed Flex. So you're going to get an entry for this and a Speed Flex when you win. It's kind of like a vault key in the vault where you win the vault key and the full-size helmet. You're going to win the entry for the giveaway at the end and a full-size Speed Flex helmet. Don't know who you're going to win with that entry, but you're going to win a Speed Flex.
considering that everything's a speed flex in this series, you're already talking that you're probably gonna win something better than the price point that you bought in on, and then we're giving you the opportunity to win something on top of that. And that's no slouch either. So, I mean, we're basically paying you to take these things off our hands.
That's true. That is true. All right. So I'll give you guys 10 seconds. I know it's early in the morning sometimes, a little slow. You got to, get the dust out of your eyes. So, okay. Tyler, maybe we got 2 box calls. Josh, I'm thinking 15 and 20 for boxes. I don't see Josh in the chat, Tyler. So if you want those, we can do those. Just let me know. If I do pull up this wheel, any box call is invalid. I'll give you guys 20 seconds. But Tyler, I think Josh has had enough time if you want to throw some box numbers. So if you want 15 and 20 to start, Tyler, we definitely can do that. Just let me know. Once time runs out, yeah. So let's just do 15 and 20. I think we had enough time on the clock for them to call out box calls. So 15 and 20, let me get that off the ticker. And I'm with Bradley. You need the box caller magic, Tyler. What's up, Bradley? And 20. All righty. Ticker is updated 8 times in the randomizer. Tyler and Josh. 15 for Father's Day and 20th when my daughter was born. Very nice. There you go. I like when there's meaning behind the box calls. I know Bradley sometimes calls out box calls for his dog, Luna. Shout out, Luna. Thank you. And the final click. All righty. Tyler, looks like you have the AFC West. Josh is going to have everything else. And I'm not talking about the 1 and 4, which you guys closed out last night. Thank you. Or yesterday in the early shows. So, Josh, everything but the AFC West. Neon Shark. You need a Raider, Bronco, Charger, or a Chief. We'll start off with box 15. Good luck, fellas. Thank you for starting out this Speed Flex series. Going to be the star of the show today. Box 15. Hopefully you guys can see that. The glare a little bit. It's a little bright, but 15. There you go. Father's Day. There it is. Bradley's in the next double. There you go. Ooh, maybe I can maybe guess what the next box calls might be. Good luck, everybody. Tyler and Josh. Tyler, a Ravens fan. I had an Uber driver, Mike, a month ago, maybe about 2 months ago, tell me that the Ravens were going to win the Super Bowl. So when a random Uber driver tells you that a team's going to win a Super Bowl,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Right.
So I do have a ticket with the Ravens winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
So, Tyler, if your team wins the Super Bowl, it's good with me.
You better give that man 5 stars.
Oh yeah. All righty. Well, it's a Speed Flex, duh. What do we have? Ooh, this is cool because I get to bring up a story that I read last night on my way home.
Ooh.
How about the playmaker, Michael Irvin,
All right.
going to Josh Andres in the NFC East on the throwback Cowboys flex. Congratulations, Josh. Michael Irvin. Thank you, Mike. I gotcha. Appreciate that. I'm so used to doing it myself. Michael Irvin. So the story I read, Mike, you ready for this?
Yeah.
So in 1998, Michael Irvin, they were getting haircuts. The team haircuts, some teams have barbers.
Yes.
So there was a lineman, I'm forgetting his name. I never heard him before the story. McCleaver.
Okay.
Well, Michael Irvin's like, hey, my turn to get a haircut. Well, the guy's in the seat goes, I'm getting my haircut right now. You're going to have to wait.
Oh.
Well, Michael Irvin goes, I'm the playmaker. I'm not waiting.
Yeah.
By the way, this story's alleged. It's in a book, so it's alleged. And so they get in a fight,
Oh no.
and Michael Irvin allegedly stabs him with scissors.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well,
So
you're
the
in a-
rumor was that Michael Irvin and Jerry Jones had to pay him like a handsome amount of money to
no.
not report it. Allegedly, though, that was in the book by Jeff Pearlman. I forgot what it's titled, but I read that last night, a little snippet. I was like, oh, Michael Irvin, that's a cool story to say on the show now.
Yeah.
The
oh my
playmaker.
gosh. And
Very
here,
nice.
here he is coming out first thing in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the story you want to start off with at 9 a.m. on Father's Day, right?
right. Yeah.
Someone getting stabbed in the neck with a pair of scissors.
I guess when you're in a barber shop, scissors are, abundant.
Allegedly, by the way,
so-
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, Jerry Jones is still paying him off, which is why the Cowboys haven't won anything in forever. Sorry. Tough burn already in the morning, but no, a really nice helmet. This is phenomenal. We don't typically see that coloring from the Cowboys helmets because it's usually that more, I want to call it navy blue, but even this is like a navy blue, but it's either like that regular style blue or it's the traditional blue that we see the Cowboys have. This is a little bit darker, almost black on there, which is very cool.
Mm-hmm. Michael Irvin, very, very nice. And William Maynard helped me out with this. I was always like, what? I can never tell Michael Irvin's like what's behind the signature. I guess he just loops it. You could see the M, and he just like loops the M.
Okay.
So, because I always like, because if you just look at at a glance, it's like Michael Irvin's not your first guess, right?
Right, and I'm a Michael, and I don't sign my name like that. So yeah, he does a little extra flair to it. I
Well,
guess.
now you should
I guess. Yeah. Now when I become rich and famous, that'll be what my move is.
put Michael right next to Tom Brady. I'm sure they hung out before.
Probably.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion party, right?
Yeah. Hey, look at my ring. Hey, look at yours.
Michael, I saw a video of Michael Irvin about a week ago or two, and he's at Miami. He's always at Miami, his alma mater.
Right.
And he was talking some smack, but it's not really talking smack if it's true. He was telling the kids, everywhere I played, I won. High school state champion.
Yeah.
College football national champion. NFL Super Bowl champion. He goes, people might have more yards than me. They don't got more rings than me. Michael Irvin, champion, the playmaker. All right, box 20. See who we have in box 20. Good luck, Josh. Good luck, Tyler. My Packers play Tyler's Ravens, and Lamar Jackson's one of the football players who I want to see live. I love Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But, of course, it's December 23rd, a couple days before Christmas, which, not that big of a deal, but December football, Lambeau Field. It's cold. I don't mind it.
Tough to get into, I bet, too.
Yeah, very tough to get in. I don't mind it, but getting a group to go in December football weather,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough.
Oof.
You want to go? Everyone's telling
as
me
a
no.
Bears fan, I'm going to
That
go
makes
with
sense.
no.
That makes sense. I did get offered because I'm a Packer fan. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. So one of my buddies like, "Do you want to go Bears Steelers? It's at Soldier Field this year." And I was like, "Eh." But then I looked at the schedule. That's Packers Vikings week, so I can't. I got to be at home watching Packers Vikings.
Right.
All right. See who we have here.
And Neon Shark says, snow and cold, then trying to tackle Derrick Henry. Rest in peace, Packers. Yeah.
Well, Tyler, I don't like to hear that. I do not like to hear that. All right. But Tyler. How about this for you? How about a Bo Jackson speed flex?
wow.
Box 20, the day his daughter was born.
Yeah.
There you go. Tyler's first Father's Day in the break room. And he's getting the boss. I was going to say the boss. Bo Jackson. I was going to say the boss because He was the Brian Bosworth's dad. If you ever see that play, he to talk about truck stick. Brian Bosworth at the goal line. Whew. Let's go, says Neon Shark.
Right. Hey, what a break for these two gentlemen, huh? I mean, I understand Josh, bought a couple more spots in there, so maybe he was looking to win both helmets in the double box break, but spread the love here on a Father's Day morning, especially to our box caller. And one thing that I think is really cool is we don't see a whole lot of variety in the Raiders helmets. They like to stay tried and true to that logo, and rightfully so, because they have a really cool logo. We've really only seen a Brock Bowers and now a Bo Jackson that have had some extra added flair to them. And man, this thing, as Rip would say in the mornings with myself, he says bells and whistles on these things. And ooh, yeah, as a Halloween guy, I'm loving this thing.
I love the gold on here. Obviously
It's
the
a nice
Raiders
touch.
silver and black, but
It's a nice pop to it,
uh-huh. Very, very nice. And Bradley called it right there. Bradley, these guys, they want to call box calls.
Yeah,
They don't
right?
want to call box calls. Box caller Magic, Michael Irvin, and Bo Jackson. What a start. What a start. The hardest part about today is going to be, Mike, is we're going to have some options because we know we're going to see some
Yep.
helmets on this table, a lot of helmets on this table, but we're going to have to kick a few off. So I think this Bo Jackson is pretty safe, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
I think it's
yeah.
pretty safe.
This has immediately become, I mean, I know we only have the two that we've pulled and then the prize Brady here, but it's immediately become my favorite, even over the Brady.
Yeah.
I understand the value of the Brady, but man, you got those different swords in there that almost have like the brass knuckles on there, the skull head on the sides. I mean, ooh. And
Look at
like
that.
you said, the gold touch. Oh, even the little bumpers on front of the face mask have the Raiders logos on them and such. The little clips that connect to the visor, very nice.
The Raiders. What's up, Polo? There's my guy, Polo
How's it
Rats,
going?
Jamil. What's going on? Speed Flex series in the room right now, guys. Let me show off this series really fast. Bring it up on the screen for you guys. So we just pulled the Bo Jackson and the Michael Irvin. Everything else still available. Steve Smith, Bruce Smith, Tom Brady, Mike Evans. Look at that Malik Neighbors. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Brian Thomas Jr. He's a star, Brian Thomas Jr. He was such a beast at LSU and then went in the middle of the first round. So, of course, a little slept on because Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Rome Odunze were all top 10 picks.
Right.
Brian Thomas Jr., it was him and Malik Neighbors, the best rookie wide receivers last year, no doubt about it. And that's why I'm excited about Jacksonville because I like that wide receiver room. Brian Thomas Jr., they just added Travis Hunter. And I'm still a Trevor Lawrence fan. Got
Okay,
Drew
yeah.
Brees. Emmett Smith for Cowboy fans. Look at that Brett Favre. Woo.
J.A.'s drooling.
There it is. George Kittle, Jim Brown. Look at Joe Burrow. That Joe Burrow's pretty sweet, too. Kurt Warner. You guys like videos? Let me know if anything closes out because this is a break that can close out at any second.
Oh, I
Mike.
got you.
But
Don't
I'm going
worry.
to show off the videos for this Speed Flex series. Here's the Jim Brown. Got Brownie the Elf on there.
Ooh,
Is he still the
mascot?
the midfield logo? They had a vote a couple years ago in Cleveland to vote like what logo they want on midfield. It was like just like the bulldog, the helmet, or Brownie the Elf, and they voted for Brownie the Elf.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was this last year or the year prior that
Yeah,
he
we
was
weren't.
on
The Browns didn't give a lot of reasons to watch last year, so that's very
true.
fair. There's the Brownie the Elf Speed Flex. Jim Brown, rest in peace to a legend, one of the greatest running backs of all time. You can't talk about the history of football without bringing up Jim Brown.
Yeah.
You can't talk about the history of football without bringing up Emmitt Smith because when you have the all-time leading rushing record, you got to talk about the all-time rushing yard king, Emmitt Smith, on the chrome. Got the two-tone chrome, little gray on top, fades to the blue at the bottom. Looking good, that Emmitt Smith. There's the Brian Thomas. There he is, an awesome rookie season. I love the Jacksonville colors, man.
They are nice. It's unique.
Duval. There he is, Brian Thomas Jr. There's my man. There's the gunslinger. Southern Miss. That's what, when he got drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, Jerry Glanville, a former coach, used to call him. He wouldn't call him Brett, wouldn't call him Favre, just call him Southern Miss. Southern Miss. Ooh, what's on the back of this? Pause this. Ooh. Nice little portrait of Brett.
Oh,
On the
that's
back?
unique.
There you go. Good old number 4, Brett Favre.
You know, we usually see like the artist drawn silhouettes or like the actual pictures on like the visors, but we haven't seen something like quite like that. It almost looks like it's straight out of a dream.
Oh, there's Drew Brees. Woo!
Yeah,
Another two-tone chrome. Black on top, fades to gold.
that's
One
clean.
of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, the greatest New Orleans Saint of all time. There's that Bo Jackson that we pulled. How about the American Underdog? Cobbin texts me about 2 a.m. on Friday, and he goes, put on NFL Network. I put it on. It's the Kurt Warner Football
Show on
Life
Turf?
episode. Kurt Warner. And then he goes, check the guide, see who's after that. And it was Warren Moon. I'm like, all right.
You were staying up for the moon.
Well, of course, I turned on the Kurt Warner documentary right when they start talking about when he beat the Packers in the playoffs. I texted Colin and I go, wow, perfect timing for me to turn this right on. Kurt Warner on the Rams, on the Cardinals. The greatest show on turf, Speedflex. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. Dom, I want to see Packers versus Ravens in the Super Bowl. I would love to see the Packers in the Super Bowl. I want to see Packers Browns in the Super Bowl.
Packers Browns, huh?
Yeah, I think that game would be a little easier than the Packers Ravens. I want an easy win.
Yeah, I was like, you just want to. I was like, where's he going with this matchup? No, he just
Let's see,
wants.
Packers Titans. Can that happen? Is that maybe that happens?
I don't know. What can happen is the next jersey break that is ready to go.
Alrighty, I'll finish off showing these videos and then we'll do that jersey break. Here's the Malik Neighbors, who was on my fantasy team last year, and the reason why I won the UA Fantasy League was this guy, Malik Neighbors. How cool is this lid? He's quarterback proof. Who's the quarterbacks on the Giants last year? Drew Lock, Tommy Cutlets, our guy Tommy Cutlets. It's my mom's favorite player.
I wonder why.
Yeah, right. Danny Dimes. I'm forgetting about Danny Dimes. Well, it didn't matter. Malik Neighbors missed 2 games, still over 100 yards, 1,000 receiving yards. He's an absolute stud. There's the Joe Burrow, the Bengals, and the LSU. Ooh, there you go. Right, got Joe Burrow right on the center with the. Ooh, looks like the LSU Joe Burrow, one of the greatest college football players of all time. He's becoming an all-time quarterback as we watch him right now in the NFL. The season he had last year was. Over 40 touchdowns, almost 5,000 yards passing. If the Bengals defense was just mediocre, I'm not saying if they didn't have to be the 85 Bears, just a below average defense, they would have made the postseason. That's how good Joe Burrow was last season. And if they are, let's just say they're not terrible. If they're not the worst defense in the league this year, let's say they won 9 games last season with the terrible defense. And I know Trey Hendrickson, there's a lot of question marks there. Shamir Stewart, there's a lot of question marks. But I think the Bengals make the postseason. And if they make the postseason, if Joe Burrow's stats are the same as last year, he's winning MVP.
And even in their playoff years, it wasn't like the defense was that bad.
No,
So it was weird that they fell off the cliff like that. But you got to expect that they'll bounce back.
It's the offense. It's Burrow. It's Chase. By the way, Chase in that pick 6 vault guys. T Higgins. It's Joe Burrow and Chase though, really.
Yeah, no doubt.
And there is the Tom Brady Speedflex, the giveaway we have on the table right now. This will be a giveaway. And don't forget, guys. 15 helmets will have entries into top spot drawings for prizes at the end of the series. The 5 prizes are a custom Tom Brady, the one you see on the screen right here, an Aaron Judge baseball bat. I cannot confirm if it's going to help you hit 469-foot home runs like he did at Kauffman Stadium.
Right. I
just
probably
the other
wouldn't
day.
use it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, once you have it, it's yours. You can do what
each their own.
Yeah,
right?
to each your own. Do what you want. I do agree with Mike. I wouldn't recommend taking BP with it, but like I said, once you win it, do as you please. Steph Curry, put on the jersey. Maybe your jumper's a little better, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's how that works.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a little
The
better.
baseball bat a little different. We had Cole Carnemark win the quadruple signed Red Sox bat, the MVPs earlier
Who was
this
on
week.
that?
David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, Steve Pierce, and who am I forgetting as the 4th and final one?
Oh, it's the World Series MVPs?
Yeah,
So I'm guessing it was like the 2018 World Series MVP.
could have been.
Was it Mookie? No.
No, I don't think so. Regardless, though,
Yeah.
Cole wins it, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan." I'm like, "Listen, man, you still gotta. As much as I know you hate the Red Sox, you gotta respect the bat and don't go using it. Don't go swinging it around the house, right?"
Every Yankees fan has that pain and then what Red Sox fan in their life.
Yeah.
And they're friends though, right? I have friends who most of my friends are Bear fan. I'm the
You're the Packer fan,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
the odd friend in your life. But so every friend has the one friend who's the rival team fan. So to say your buddies, hey man, I got this Red Sox bet.
They'll
Here
pay a
you
pretty
go.
penny.
And you know, you're a Yankee fan, you're a Red Sox fan, charge them double.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. The friend special, right? The discount.
We got the Holyfield Mike Tyson boxing glove. Do not bite anyone's ear off. All right.
Right. Ears sold separately.
Yeah, do not bite anyone's ear off. And then we have the Ric Flair Championship belt. Get that belt. Maybe buy yourself a robe. Walk around. Woo! Don't give anyone any chops. That's what Ric Flair to get the people the chops on the chest. And it's like, ouch. Wow, that seems like it hurts. We do have a jersey, though, coming up.
Hey, Charles, how's it going? Good
What
to
up,
see you,
Charles?
Nelly.
Charles was with us last night. What's up, Charles? Lamar versus Burrow. Lamar is 10-1 against him.
But how's that Lamar record in the playoffs? That's what I want to know.
Come on, man. I like Lamar.
No,
I'm a
I
Lamar
do
fan.
too. I do too. I do have. You talk about that one friend in the friend group. I do have that one Ravens fan though, so
Nice.
I love to keep my Lamar stats.
You hanging out with
handy.
Tyler, not telling us? You and Neon Shark hanging out? Jose, Kane. Kane. We just had The Undertaker in the 1 and 4. Now we have Kane. Michael, Kenneth, Heath, and Corey. Let me drop my message in here asking for a box number, guys. Peyton Manning was 2-7 until he went on. That's a good point.
That is true.
Good point. That's
That
a
is
good
true.
point.
And I think that's actually the point that my friend, that's the Ravens fan, always makes. So it's a fair argument. I'd like to see him do it. I got nothing actually against him.
I love Lamar. One of my favorite players to watch. Why couldn't they play a September game at Lambeau?
I'm more of a Josh Allen fan. So when
Love
they
Josh
go-
Allen, yeah.
When they go head to head, I'm rooting for JA. Just like our JAs in the room here. Jeff August.
We do have a lot of JAs. Yeah. Jeff
Josh
August, Josh
Andres.
Andres.
Have you
Josh
come
Allen?
across, because I don't know if you've worked with Colin much, but he's one of the broadcasters for one of the minor league teams here, the Kane County Cougars. And they have a guy on their team whose name is Josh Allen. And his number is not 17, but it's 7. So there's JA 17 in the NFL, and there's JA 7 on the Cougars.
Okay, that might have been a little copyright infringement if he did the 17.
yeah. He had to change a different number. Yeah.
This is what I have to believe because Lamar is a class act and had been doubted since day one. Yeah, I mean, remember Bill Polian, former Colts general manager, former Bills general manager, said he's not going to make it as a quarterback. He's going to be a wide receiver.
How's that working out?
Right.
All right.
We've worked together before, though,
Yeah,
right?
we've been here for a couple shows already.
Not
but
too
yeah,
often, though, Charles, but we've worked together.
this is the doppelganger
He
show.
has told me he's mistaken
Yeah.
you and me before. I didn't think I don't know. I guess we look like, I don't know.
It's the Italian. He
That's
calls me
it.
Dom with a mustache. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it. I like it.
You know, if I really want to throw Charles off, I'll grow a mustache, and then
Do
he
it.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to tell us
He'll
apart.
be like, wait, there's 2 mics? Then I'll shave, though, and then he'll call me Dom and you Mike.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. He's going to be a great wide receiver, terrible quarterback, scouts, and analysts from the draft. Yeah, well,
Shows you how much they analyze.
that's right. So Jose, Kane, Michael, Kenneth, Heath, Corey, I'll give you guys a few seconds. Jerseys are out of 30. If I don't see a box number in a few seconds, we'll get to the wheel. Once the wheel is up on the screen, any box number is excommunicado, invalid. So I'll give you guys a few seconds. I'm very generous when it comes to the box calls.
That's
I'm a
fine.
believer in box caller magic. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know that they've been, I don't know if this has been happening in some of your shows, but in the mornings, they've been tending to go to the wheel. And the wheel has actually been very nice for them at times.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's a possibility
And if
as
you
well.
guys ever want to save some time too, you can always say in the chat wheel. If it is a double and a quad and you want the wheel for all of the boxes, for a double, say wheel 2 times. For a quad, say wheel 4 times. If you just say wheel like that in a double and a quad, that only counts for
Only
one
for
box.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever want the wheel and you're in a break and you want to save some time, you can always just put wheel. Sound alike sometimes.
That's possible.
Okay.
I could hear. I could see that on the other end of the. We're here in the room. Obviously, we know who's who. But on the other end of the phone or the laptop, whatever you're watching us on, TV, put it on your big screen. That's a nice one.
Uh-huh.
You get to see these helmets in much bigger, better spectrum,
I
right?
sometimes watch this. I got the YouTube app on my TV.
Yeah.
Which I just found out how to do maybe about like 4 months ago, and it changed my life. And I sometimes put us on the big screen and watch us when I'm at home.
I will say my one TV at home, it's probably going on a year and a half now, but there was a good year where we owned the TV that I didn't realize I could connect my AirPods to it.
Ooh.
It's not like an Apple TV or anything fancy or whatever. It's just one of those smart TVs that's like connect a Bluetooth speaker. And I was like, well, my AirPods are Bluetooth. So like, does that work? And sure enough. So if people at home are sleeping, throw the AirPods on, turn the TV on, and you don't have to worry about anything.
That's right. That's right. All right, I'm gonna go to the wheel because I think I give him plenty of time.
Yeah.
The wheel is out of 30. So any box call sent in chat now, guys, is invalid. Let's spin this wheel. Gridiron jersey number 12, Lawrence Taylor, Mike Ditka, Fred Warner, Jackson Smith, the Jigba, Drew Brees, Earl Campbell, Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, and Deshaun Jackson still out there. Box 16 in the jerseys. Let me check the ticker to see if box 16 is available. It is, according to the ticker. Thank you, Mike. Alrighty, let me hand you over this Bo Jackson box. Put Bo to the side. Alrighty. So let's copy and paste those names 8 times, as you see on the corner. Speed Flex series in the room, guys. All Speed Flexes. And don't forget the giveaways. Aaron Judge, the dual sign boxing glove. Ric Flair, Tom Brady. The Brady on the table right now. Here we go. And the final click. There it is. Alrighty. Copy and paste. Heath, you got the NFC North and the NFC South. Michael, you got the NFC East. Kane, you got the NFC West. Heath, the AFC North. Corey, the AFC South. Kane, the AFC East. And Jose, the AFC West. Yeah, I mean, Polo, that's a great point. Everyone else in the AFC, their playoff record's not so great because of Patrick Mahomes is in their way. It's a very excellent point, my friend. Box 16. You guys see it there? I know it might be a little glare. Gridiron. Good luck, everybody. 16, the wheel called. Lawrence Taylor, Mike Ditka, Fred Warner, JSN, Brees, Campbell, Emmitt, Chase. Ooh. This means business. This means business. Natron means business. On the Chargers jersey, Natron means former running back, former Jacksonville running back, former Charger as well. It's going to go to Jose in the AFC West. Congratulations, Jose. The throwback Chargers jersey, Natron means. Very nice.
That's not a name we see too often here in the break room. Nice and more section hit.
Now, Chris Berman, obviously famous for nicknames, had 2 nicknames for Natron means. Obviously, Natron means business, and Natron refried means.
Refried means. I think we may have pulled him on something before. I don't think it was a jersey, but I believe Rip made that same joke. So
Damn it.
we're a little slow to the game, but no, still a cool nickname and a nice hit.
Very nice. There you go. So Natron means.
Very nice.
JSA cert. And the physical JSA cert. Oh, we got new people on there. Who do we have on there now? We have Roddy Piper.
Oh.
You're good with this. Who's the Tampa Bay Lightning on there? Looks like 71.
Ooh. It almost looks, the signature looks like Andre Vasilevsky, but he's not 71. He's 77. So maybe, I don't know, maybe, is that a 77?
Maybe a 77. I know the cards before used to have the Boomer size on there.
It could be Sorelli, because I think Sorelli's 71.
Mike Schmidt. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. New card. Very nice. Packers record prediction, Tyler. Well, I have a very good feeling about my Packers this season. And you could say, oh, Dom, you're being biased. Normally, I'm pretty realistic, Mike. You know, I really don't go into, oh, my team's going to the Super Bowl. My team's going to win the World Series. I'm a White Sox fan, so damn right. I'm humbled. I'm realistic.
Yep.
But I have a very good feeling about them this year. I do think they're a Super Bowl contender. So I do have them win the NFC North.
Wow, okay. Even with the Lions?
Even with the Lions, that's how I say
Even with the Vikings
even
getting
with
J.J. McCarthy?
Even with the Vikings, with J.J. McCarthy, who's still in that quarterback room series, by the way, J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
A Lion, Aiden Hutchinson, still in that Speed Flex series. Quarterback room, Christopher, Brett Favre, Trevor Lawrence. So Trevor Lawrence is a Speed Flex. And then secondary headliners, J.J. McCarthy and Phil Simms. We still have that Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex. And I love that Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex, by the way. But I will say the best break in the room right now, in my opinion, and I think if you ask people in the chat, it's that Father's Day all Speed Flex series. Every box is a Speed Flex. And then the entries for the giveaways at the end of the series. An Aaron Judge bat. That Tom Brady Speed Flex on the table right there. The dual signed boxing glove. The Ric Flair belt. The Steph Curry jersey. This series it's a no-brainer to me. It really is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So write this up for Jose. And if you're like me and not get your dad something for Father's Day,
Oh, no.
come in the break room, get him a Speed Flex, and say, "Sorry, Dad, a little late ship." You make up a lie. Say, the shipping got delayed. It's going to be here in a couple days. I ordered it last week. I ordered it 2 weeks ago. It's not here yet. He doesn't have to know that you got it today here in the break room.
Right.
And then you get him a Speed Flex. Go, "Pops, I love you so much. Here's a $1,000 Speed Flex." And you're like, Dad's like, "Wow, he loves me." He doesn't know that you got it for a fraction of the cost in the break room, though, so perfect.
That's actually the only reason I'm here today. Usually I do work Sundays, but I wasn't going to come today, but I needed a gift for my dad. So here I am playing on the producer. No, I'm kidding. But that'd be incredible, right? You win something for your dad on Father's Day. Maybe you're playing alongside your dad and, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to throw this in here for it. Let's watch together. And let's see if we win something." And that's a memory that you're not going to ever forget.
I got you, Bradley. No problem. It's a good question, my man. Let me bring this up on the screen. Sorry if you explained it earlier. Briefly. So I got you. It's a good question. Will you be a top spot draw and top 5 winners win the 5 prizes? Now, Bradley, from what I understand, is that it's going to be 5 different drawings.
Yeah,
so
that's
you're
how
going
I
to get
read
an
it
entry
too.
ticket for example, it looks like a person, if you get an entry spot for the Tom Brady, it's going to be like you have an entry spot for the Tom Brady Flex. If you win an entry for the Aaron Judge, it's going to be a piece of paper that says you have an entry for the Aaron Judge bat. So it's going to be 5 different top spot drawings. That's what my
And we didn't.
or there's 15, so there's 5. So I'm guessing 3, it's going to be 3 people, if my math is correct. So it says 15 helmets will have entries, and there's 5 prizes. So I'm guessing each prize will have 3 tickets.
And we didn't get any tickets in those first 2 boxes. So
No.
they're all still out there.
Not yet, not yet.
So
But good question, Bradley.
I'm going to go with Bears 9 and 8. It might be a little optimistic of me as a Chicagoan, which is not the way Chicago sports tends to go. However,
Optimistic? I would say you're pretty pessimist. Every Bears fan I know says they're going to the Super Bowl, going 17-0.
optimistic, but also realistic, because let's be honest, they're not a Super Bowl contender just yet. But I do think they could maybe sneak into a wild card spot with a 9 and 8 record.
It's possible. You got the new coach, Caleb
Tough
Williams.
division.
Yeah.
But
What's up,
hey,
Rio?
Ben Johnson.
It's possible. Hey, football, anything can happen. If you would have told me the Commanders would have made the NFC Championship this time, June of last year, I said, "Come on, Mike, what are you smoking? What are you smoking, Mike? Were you hanging out with Ricky Williams or whatever?" But football, that's why they play the game, right? And
No doubt.
Ben Johnson, highly sought after head coach.
I don't know if I said this on here. I believe I said it definitely on radio show with Nick Johnston, one of our other UA breakers here. But I was saying how I believe this Bears season is going to go one of 2 ways. Either they are going to figure some things out under Ben Johnson and they're going to have a good season, maybe finish 9 and 8, or there's going to be flashes of talent, but there's going to be a lot of experimenting going on in year 1 under this new coaching system and this new program. And, you're going to see how down the line things will start working, but the players have to adjust, the coaches have to adjust, the fans will have to adjust as well. So maybe it doesn't work out. Maybe they still only win 5 games this year, but it'll be looked at as a little bit more of a success as last year. We're definitely not the Packers yet.
Yes. I love that. Speaking of Packers, how about a Brett Favre? Southern Miss Speed Flex. Only boxes gone, guys, are the Bo Jackson and the Michael Irvin. Every other headliner and every other box still available besides the Bo Jackson and Michael Irvin, and every entry so far for the giveaways. I'm sorry. I got you. No worries. that Father's Day series in the room. And I know I talked about the Father's Day. Let me talk about everything else in the room really fast. Can't forget about the quarterback room. So we got that sweet Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex still out there in that quarterback room. Only 6 boxes left, guys. So 6 boxes left in a Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex. I love this lid. I love the stripe in the middle. You got the awesome, awesome visor. Bob says, can't stay, but happy Father's Day to all the fathers, past and present. God bless them all.
Bob Boulay.
Appreciate you, Bob.
Happy Father's Day, my man.
Happy Father's Day to everyone, like Bob said, past and present. Look at this Trevor Lawrence. This is awesome. Trevor Lawrence and Brett Favre still available in that quarterback room series, guys. The Brett Favre is a slate authentic. The quarterback room is authentics or speed flexes. The one speed flex remaining is the Trevor Lawrence, but the other helmets in there are going to be authentics. We have a J.J. McCarthy and a Phil Simms secondary headliner. And guys, I said this last night. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm seeing things. Does this not look like Daniel Jones in this graphic for the quarterback rooms?
It does.
Right? It looks like Danny Dimes. So the quarterback room series, 6 boxes left. We have 2 photo headliners and 2 secondary headliners still remaining. Practice squad, $49 for a spot in the single, $98 for a spot in the double. We have 5 boxes left. A Micah Parsons authentic and a Brian Urlacher authentic are the headliners left in that practice squad. Here are the diamonds. Authentics are better in every single box in the diamonds. Ray Lewis, 2 speed flexes still available. The Ray Lewis is authentic, but the 2 speed flexes, Ladd McConkey and primetime Deion Sanders still out there. We have 10 boxes left, 2 speed flexes, and then with Ray Lewis authentic and secondary headliners, Alvin Kamara and AJ Green. You know the deal though with the diamonds, guys. The best bang for your buck in the break room. We loved it because it's all authentics or better, but the names in that series, you can find a Hall of Famer in the and more section, an all pro. So get in those diamonds. 10 boxes left, and we have ourselves 5 headliners. Vaults. 9 boxes, 4 headliners, 2 vault keys. They're both $100 vault keys. The vault, we have a double-up opportunity in the AFC North, a Derrick Henry and Jamar Chase authentics. We also have a LaDainian Tomlinson slate rep helmet, along with secondary headliner Drake London, who I think is going to have a monster 2025 season. Drake London, secondary headliner in the Pick 6 vault, along with 2 vault keys. Don't forget, with a vault key, you win a full-size helmet and some money back, guys. They are both at $100, so win $100 and a full-size lid in that vault. Full-size rep series, Blitz. Where's that at? 5 boxes left, 3 headliners. We have the Rave, Tyreek Hill. We have Antonio Gates on the camouflage, and then we have Steve Largent, secondary headliner. Steve Largent, one of the best wide receivers of all time. Steve Largent, when he retired, he had all of the records. And he played in an era where they weren't passing 40 times a game and where at the line of scrimmage, the wide receivers were getting tackled as soon as they said hike because they didn't have the Mel Blount rule in effect just yet. Here's the can't miss. Mix of jerseys and minis. $45 a spot in this series. And we have ourselves 6 boxes left. We're on the doorstep of closing out a few breaks, guys. 6 boxes left in this can't miss jerseys and minis. We have the Air Coryell triple sign jersey. It's going to be Dan Fouts, Kellen Winslow Sr., and Charlie Joyner. The playmaker himself, Michael Irvin, and the Randy Moss Slate Minnesota Vikings mini helmet. You get a double, Randy Moss and Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp is a secondary headliner, but plays the entire career with my Green Bay Packers, so that will be an NFC North hit. Jerseys, $28 a spot in the jerseys. Lawrence Taylor, Mike Ditka, Fred Warner, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Drew Brees, Earl Campbell, Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, and Deshaun Jackson still out there in the gridiron jerseys. So that's what we have in the break room right now. I know we're going to do some more Speed Flex series. That is definitely going to be the hot break today, pretty much all day here in the break room. That next double is 5 spots to go. The single is 7 spots to go. We have 23 people watching right now. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. If you don't have any questions, but you're just looking for your team on the break page, you don't see them on the headliner list, drop them in the chat, and I'll let you know where they're hiding out or tell you where we tend to see that team in the and more section, what type of players you'll see. I know for the Ravens, for example, trying to think of a Raven we see in the and more section. Jonathan Ogden's a popular Raven that we see in the and more section. I know Tyler's a Raven fan. Rashad Bateman. Maybe Terrell Suggs in the Speed Flex series possible. I mean, when you have a Speed Flex series, every box is going to be insanely good. And let me keep bringing this up because this is the chase too. It is Father's Day. Treat yourself to a Speed Flex and some money back. But here it is. Steve Smith, Bruce Smith, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Drew Brees, Emmitt Smith, Brett Favre, George Kittle, Jim Brown, Joe Burrow, and Kurt Warner still out there. In the
Friends with Marcus Ogden, Jonathan's brother.
Really?
Yeah, he's a WRMN guy. So my other job, we get a chance to talk to him every once in a while. He's a nice guy.
Is he a big guy like his brother?
He is. Yeah, he's built for sure.
Very nice.
And big into a lot of players' mental health post career.
Makes sense. Obviously, being a family member of a former player, that makes sense.
He played as well. He played. I think he was with the Ravens for a little stint.
Oh, I didn't know
He didn't
that.
have quite the career as his brother, but still a really talented guy.
Here's the Father's Day series, guys. Bo Jackson and Michael Irvin, the only boxes pulled so far. And let's not forget about the prizes. 15 helmets will have entries into a top spot drawing for prizes at the end of the series. The 5 prizes are custom Tom Brady Speedflex, an Aaron Judge baseball bat, a Steph Curry jersey, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson boxing glove, and a Ric Flair championship belt in the break room. What's your guys' favorite helmet in this Speedflex series? Here's the Jim Brown. Love that. One of the OGs of all time, Jim Brown. Got 2 of the greatest running backs, Jim Brown and Emmitt Smith. Here's the video for the Emmitt. Here's the Brian Thomas. How about Brett Favre? On the Speed Flex. Got the Drew Brees coming up next. Love that lid. Tyler, I think the Bo Jackson's the best. Well, I got good news for you, Tyler. There's that Kurt Warner. The Neighbors. I love this lid, man. He's a stud, Malik Neighbors. Look at the Joe Burrow. A little purple and orange for you. I like that lid. The Joe B. Mahomes, best quarterback in football. But the most popular quarterback with the younger generation, Joe Burrow, man.
Yeah, well, I think that's that personality that he has
That cool
on
effect.
and off the field.
Yeah.
Cool Joe, right?
Mm-hmm. I like that purple lid, too, the LSU. That is nice, man. The Joe Burrow. And then we have the giveaway. Mike, we could probably put that giveaway helmet away,
Yeah,
save
we
some
don't
room.
wanna-
And just in case, people, they come in the break room, they just stop in and they see a helmet on the table, they'll probably assume that we pull that helmet. So don't want to confuse anyone who just stop in and buy. So, and we know we're going to have some Speed Flexes on the table. So we'll put that Brady giveaway just to the side. We'll see it at the end of this series. The GOAT, Tom Brady. You could win a Tom Brady Speedflex in this series and still win that Tom Brady Speedflex at the end of the series. We got Brady on the Patriots in the break, and then the Brady Buck is the end for the giveaway. So there it is right there for the Father's Day Speedflex series. You can win a baseball bat in a football break. How cool is that? An Aaron Judge baseball bat. You can win a basketball jersey in a football break, a Steph Curry basketball jersey, a boxing glove, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson, one of the most iconic boxing events of all time. I mean, I talk about it when we have it in the 1 and 4. I always talk about this. That was one of the live events I wish I got to see live, just for the fact that it was like, what the hell is happening? In the vault, Captain Ken, we have a Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, authentic LaDainian Tomlinson rep, and a Drake London secondary headliner and PC. I'm guessing that's practice squad. PC. Micah Parsons and Brian Urlacher. I'm guessing PC's practice squad. Unless there's something. Yeah.
Personal collection, but I think you're talking about series, right?
Well, I can't tell him what's left in his personal collection. But the vault, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, LaDainian Tomlinson, Drake London, practice squad, Micah Parsons, and Brian Urlacher in the break room right now. But the hot break is going to be the Speedflex series, guys. Win a Speedflex helmet worth thousands of dollars for just $200 in a single, 226 to be exact. No problem, Captain Ken. I got you, my man. Kenneth Staten. What's going on, Ken? Getting that vault double, I have a chance to win Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry, AFC North. And we're down to 9 boxes, so there's a chance that happens in the very next double. Let's see where we're at on this break page. Show off this Bo Jackson. How nice is that? Bo Jackson, one of the greatest dual sport athletes of all time, if not the greatest dual sport athlete of all time. 5 to go in that next double for the Father's Day, guys. So I'm going to drop that link in the chat. There you go. 5 to go on a practice squad double. I'll drop that one in there as well. Anything that has 5 or less, I'll drop links for in the chat. And there's the vault. There we go. The vault single. 5 to go. And all right, those are the series that are close to selling out, but you guys know how it is in the break room. Anything can close out at any time. All it takes is someone to come in and say, hey, is Trevor Lawrence still in that quarterback room? Yes. And then boom, they close out that quarterback room and that's moving. But what do you guys want to do next? 25 people watching. You guys are the architects of this break room. Whatever you guys want to do, we'll do. Happy Father's Day to everyone watching. Just tune in right now. A Father's Day series, all speed flexes, and some giveaways in that break. Aaron Judge bat, a Steph Curry jersey, the Holyfield and Tyson glove, the Ric Flair belt, and the Brady speed flex. But we got to close out that break to see those giveaways, which should be pretty easy because every box in this series is a speed flex. It's not the half and half, which I love the half and half, but the half and half is half speed flexes, half authentics. This is 100% all speed flex helmets. If you're in the break room, you're like, man, I've been trying to get my first speed flex in the break room for a week now, 2 weeks. We'll get in the speed flex series because if you have that spot, it's automatically going to be a speed flex. So all you have to do is get that division. Great series to get into. I'm with Tyler, man. I'm with Tyler. Tyler won this Bo Jackson speed flex with 1 spot in the double. 1 spot, Tyler won the Bo Jackson speed flex. Got his first speed flex in this series. Tyler's like, hey, I need a speed flex. I'm going to go to that speed flex series because I know if I win, no doubt about it, it's going to be a speed flex. So if you're looking for your first flex, your first one, your 50th one, your 100th one, that's where to go in that speed flex series. Father's Day. Looking at a couple breaks. I mean, we're close to closing out a few breaks, Mike. The diamonds, the quarterback room, the vault, the can't miss, the practice squad, the reps. Few close to closing out a few breaks. But I want to do 30 of these Father's Day series because these lids are insane. That vault, 4 spots to go in a vault single now, guys. Thank you for getting that closer. Definitely can do that during this show. Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry Authentics, 2 of the best offensive players in the NFL. 4 to go on that practice squad double, guys. Thank you very much. Still 5 to go on that speed flex series. We'll definitely do that. You know, I always say the diamonds are the best bang for your buck in the break room, but really it's the speed flex series today. Because like I said, every box, there's a speed flex in there. You win a speed flex for $226 in the single. That's highway robbery right there. $1,000 speed flex.
No doubt.
And I'm thinking like $1,000 speed flex. I'm thinking the lowest.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. You're not talking to Tom Brady.
Exactly. So you can win a speed flex at north of $1,000 for just $200. Maybe win multiple for $452. There you go. I was going to do a little math there, but happy that helped me out. Maybe win 4 for $904. I know you see that 904, but if you win 1 speed flex, you got a chance of getting your money back. You win 2, you doubled your money right there. You're feeling pretty damn good. You win 3, it's possible in the quad. We've seen it before. You win 4, I've seen it. It's happened before. I've seen someone with 1 spot win 4 helmets in a quad before.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
So it is possible. But here's the thing, Mike. You can't win 4 helmets in a quad if you don't play.
Right.
Right? I did see someone dig at a spot in that quad.
We did. That would be Mr. Kevin Grogan.
What up, Kevin? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everybody, whether you're a father or not. Happy Father's Day. Happy Sunday. Happy Game 5 of the NBA Finals, I think it is. Game 5. I don't know if you, I know you're a big
Yes.
hockey guy. Do you follow the NBA?
Oh yeah, actually, I was down in Indy for Game 3. With
That's right, Ricky
WRMN.
told me that, yeah.
Yeah. We weren't actually at the game, but we were enjoying the festivities outside ahead of time, and then we went and watched the game elsewhere. But it was a good atmosphere, and of course, that was the game that the Pacers won in Indy to kind of take a 2-1 lead. Of course, you felt like OKC was that juggernaut team that was going to keep the series even going back to OKC. Can they get the job done? It is tonight, right?
I think so. Let me double check, but I believe it's tonight.
Or did they skip?
If they skipped it,
I think they skipped it because it's Father's Day, and I
What?
think it's tomorrow night.
no.
Well, also because of
it is tomorrow. Well, I guess I'm off tomorrow. I
Because-
was looking for. I thought that was tonight. I was looking forward to watching it.
the travel isn't too bad between these two teams, but you know the NBA and the NHL like to talk and make sure that they're not putting on this spectacular final, they're each of their own on the same night. And the travel between Edmonton and Florida is tough. So I feel like that has dictated a lot of this weird scheduling for both the NBA and the NHL. But it's worked out though. I mean, we've had a nice stagger of hockey one night, basketball the next. But tonight you got to stick around with Dad. Honestly though, Father's Day, don't you want to watch a game with your dad?
My dad's probably like, ugh, no.
Is he not a basketball guy, or is he not a sports guy?
He probably just doesn't like me.
That's really good.
But no, honestly, that did ruin my day. I was actually like looking forward to watching it tonight. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch some hoops, go in the yard and watch some hoops. But now, I guess not.
Yeah, Game 5 is tomorrow. Game 6 is Wednesday. Meanwhile, or is it Thursday? Game 6 is Thursday.
I don't even know anymore now because I thought, me.
If they need a Game 7, it'll be Sunday. And then for the NHL, we're already at Game 6, which will be Tuesday. If they need a Game 7, it'll be Friday. So
Chris Leon said, I just joined the break. Would you please run down what is still available on the Father's Day? You got it, Chris. First of all, happy Father's Day, Chris. Happy Sunday. Every box besides the Bo Jackson and Michael Irvin Speed Flexes are still available. We did one double to start the show. We pulled Bo Jackson and Michael Irvin. Everything else still available. We have all the entries still available for the giveaways as well. So the Brady, Judge, Curry, the boxing glove, and the Ric Flair belt entries still available. And every headliner, every box besides Bo Jackson and Michael Irvin still available, my friend. But welcome, Chris. Happy that you joined us today here in the break room. We're just, if you put it this way, Mike, it's not that far from football. About what?
2 months?
2 months?
'Cause,
So
well,
what is
I
that?
mean-
How many Sundays is that? About what?
Probably
About
8
what?
or 9.
8 or 9, 10, right?
Yeah, because I mean, preseason starts in August. So yeah, we're here in June, so it would just be July.
I know some people are like,
And
oh, just
the-
give me the preseason. Preseason is cool until you watch preseason. You're like, oh, this
Yeah,
sucks.
that is true. Yeah,
It
the
sucks.
actual season we're probably closer to almost 3 months. Because think about it, we're here early June, so you got to do the rest of June, all of July, maybe a little bit of August. So I'd consider it probably around 2 months, 8 or 9 Sundays maybe, and then add on a three weeks maybe 4 weeks because they'll probably have another Hall of Fame game, right?
Yeah, I think it's who is that?
I don't know who's
Chargers?
playing in it
I think
this
it's
year.
July 31st. I think it's the Lions and somebody.
Oh, if it's July, then okay, all right. Then only tack on an extra 3 weeks for preseason until we get into the regular season. Then probably.
I think like July.
Although there's always that one skip week where so
I think it's the Lions and the Chargers. I want to say it's always
it
usually
depends on who's getting inducted.
right.
Right,
I'm thinking Antonio Gates is getting inducted. So is it the Chargers?
it could be.
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
I don't really watch a Hall of
I have
Fame
this
game.
wonderful internet machine right in front of me. You know.
I know. I feel like my like when my parents ask me a question and I give them the smart Alec response of did you go on Google and check it?
You are right. Lions and Chargers, July 31st. Let's see.
It's a trade deadline. MLB, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's a
You're
busy
right.
day.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Who is getting inducted? Let's see. Let's see if it says.
I know
Yeah, Antonio Gates.
Mm-hmm.
You are on. Fellow class members Eric Allen, Jared Allen, and Sterling Sharp will be. So your guy Sterling Sharp. Interesting that they picked the Lions instead of the Packers. Then considering Sterling Sharp. But of course,
I'm okay with it. I don't like the extra
yeah, there's a little bit of a
preseason game. And the Hall of Fame game is cool. Like you watch like the first kick and then you watch the first drive and you're like, who's that? Who's that? Oh, that guy's not making the team. Oh, that guy's not making a team. Oh, he's not making a team. Oh, none of these guys are making a team. So
Yeah.
you're basically watching USFL football at that point. But Speed Flick series, baby, in the room right now.
Yeah, literally, they have Jared Allen, who played for the Vikings, and Sterling Sharp, who played for the Packers. The Bears played in this game last year, so you're not going to do them. And yet they picked the only other NFC North team to face off against the Chargers.
Lions are hot right now. It's probably
that's
why.
true,
Put
yeah.
a
Yeah.
good team on there.
That's fair.
And then when the Packers were supposed to play a few years back, maybe like 10 years ago, I want to say, and something with the field, I think it rained overnight and the field was all destroyed, so they actually did not play the game. So the day the game that the Packers were supposed to play in the Hall of Fame game a few years back, they'd end up not playing.
Yeah, the Bears game last year got shortened to, I think, just about 3 quarters rather than the full 4 quarters because of the fact that rain started coming down. But I still consider it. The Bears went undefeated in preseason, which is all that Chicagoans will get.
We know one Antonio that won't be included, Antonio Brown.
Well, yeah, not after recent developments.
Sadly, it's
see.
his football. On the field, he definitely deserves it, but off the field,
Yeah.
not the best.
And not even just recent developments. I mean, we talked about, all his antics on social media, and you'd consider it an off the field stunt, but it happened on the field when he stripped down to just his Under Armour and was like running off the field. Yeah, goodbye. Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Peace out. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
That is, if I ever have kids, and when I'm not 100 years old, and my grandkids are like, grandfather, because they're gonna call me grandfather.
Yeah.
And what's like one of the craziest things you ever saw live? I'm like, well, Antonio Brown like leaving the football field in the middle of a football game and saying peace out to the fans that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. Gave me nightmares as a Raven fan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was great on the football field, but not the best person off the football field, Antonio Brown, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean,
Maybe in something.
I mean, if we're talking just football wise, on the field, definitely. I'm not gonna argue with you there, but I don't know how they, they vote for the Hall of Fame if they, won't put him in because of the things off the field. I don't know. We'll worry about that once we get there.
Time might heal some wounds, maybe he changes his ways.
Well, I think he's getting looked at for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's like,
So.
that's tough to come back from, but I try not to judge people on their worst days, but at the same time, it's like if you've done something bad, then, and this is all alleged, we don't know yet, but we'll have to wait and see what the actual courts and the court of public opinion decide afterwards.
Might be some Steelers hiding out in this Speed Flex series. Wouldn't be shocked to see maybe a Hines Ward in the Amore section, possibly. If you're any Steelers fans out there and they're like, hey, where's the Steelers at?
That'd be nice. We do see Hines Ward quite a bit here in the break room, but a healthy amount to keep that value still high.
Hey, Polo. I mean, that's fair, Polo. That's fair. It should be on the field. I mean, there's some people, I won't say any names, but there's some people in the Hall of Fame still in the Hall of Fame that have been accused of doing some terrible things. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, as much as I love talking about the Hall of Fame, how about talk about the Hall of Famers that we have in this Father's Day Speed Flex series to see the current Hall of Famers. First of all, I know he's not a current Hall of Famer yet, but he should be, and it's early, so I would say it's making me mad. I won't say the other word. It's making me mad that Steve Smith Sr. is not in the Hall of Fame yet. That's because one of my favorite players to watch growing up, an absolute beast, small guy, 5'9", but tough as nails. No one can talk smack to Steve Smith, because you talk smack to Steve Smith, he's gonna talk smack right back to you. So I can't believe that he's not in the Hall of Fame just yet. He's due to get in. Former Triple Crown winner. We have Bruce Smith. He's in the Hall of Fame when that'll do it when you have all-time leader in sacks. Bruce Smith, Mr. 200. Tom Brady. not in the Hall. You think Tom Brady gets in the Hall of Fame?
You know, he might be on the fence.
Yeah, I
don't
don't know.
know.
After that Tom Brady roast,
I think
don't
you
know.
have to have a ring to be in the Hall of Fame, and I don't know if he has one.
Does he have any?
I really got to think.
You know, my Hall of Fame, you gotta have 8 rings to get in the Hall of Fame for me.
Yeah, you know.
You gotta have at least 8.
Yeah, 7's just. I mean, you phoned it in.
The GOAT, Tom Brady, 7 Super Bowls, that just sounds unreal to say. 7 Super Bowls.
7.
As a kid, when I was growing up watching football, I thought Joe Montana's record, 4 Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, 4 Super Bowls. I thought no one was ever going to get that. You know, two Super Bowls is like, okay, that's a lot. 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I did watch that roast. I did get that reference, Bob.
I do understand that reference. That's a good one. I like that.
We had a former teammate of Tom Brady on the Bucs, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Drew Brees, Emmitt Smith, Brett Favre, George Kittle, Jim Brown, Joe Burrow, and Kurt Warner. I do yeah. I mean, if we're talking on the field, I do agree with that 100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
As a Packer fan, I like Eli Manning a lot better after he retired. But as a Packer fan, I know they make the joke about like, oh, Tom Brady's worst nemesis, Eli Manning. Well, before he had to play Tom Brady in both those Super Bowls, he beat the Packers to get there too. So it's like,
tough.
oh man, he was a pain. He was a thorn in my side as well, Eli Manning. But 2 Super Bowls, he was clutch in those Super Bowls, especially those playoff runs. The 1 Super Bowl run, the last one, he was very, very good that entire postseason run. Him and Akeem Nicks was balling out.
You know, we were talking about the Hall of Fame here, and did you know they're moving the Hall of Fame out of Canton, Ohio? They're actually bringing it to Burr Ridge, Illinois, at the home of Ultimate Autographs, because we have just so many Hall of Famers in here. Wow. So they got to move it here. That's I don't make the rules. That's just the way it is.
I did that. Actually, at first, I'm like, really? I didn't realize I didn't read that. You fooled me for a second.
I mean, look at how much we have on this board. I don't think the Hall of Fame can even compare. We have more names than they do.
Yeah, the only guys you could say that in this series right now who are not a lock, and Frodo Headliner, that are not a lock to be a Hall of Famer when they're retired are the guys who are just entering their second season. Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, who had very, very good rookie seasons. I'm not going to say if they retire today, they're going to be Hall of Famers. That's a little ludicrous. But hey, early. They keep up this, they keep doing this for the rest of their career. They're sure to get in. But, Steve Smith Sr., he's going to get in, should be in already. Well, obviously, no Tom Brady's getting in. Mike Evans can retire today. He'll get in yesterday. That record that he has, most 1,000 receiving yards to start a career consecutively, unbelievable. Drew Brees, obviously going to get in. Joe Burrow, he's trending to be a Hall of Famer. Obviously, if he retired today, he probably won't get in. But Joe Burrow, if he keeps doing what he's doing right now, he's going to go down as a top. I'm not going to say top 10 quarterback just yet, because we say that, I think we say that way too many times on the show about different quarterbacks or top 10 quarterbacks of all time. And we disrespect the OGs, the older generation. But Joe Burrow definitely has a chance to be one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Kurt Warner, a Hall of Famer, American Underdog. Kurt Warner, probably the only guy in this series who has a movie made after them.
Yes, that's true.
Emmitt Smith's going to have a Netflix documentary made after him in August 19th. Can't wait to watch that Cowboys Dynasty. I'm sure they'll talk about the Michael Irvin incident with the pair of sisters in that documentary.
It could be, yeah. We'll get a little bit more insight probably on that, on how much truth there is to it. That'd be incredible if it is a full-on true story. Bob is saying he'll see Eli on Friday. Are you friends with Eli Manning, man?
Yes, that is true, but Bob is
cool.
going to the Fanatics Fest.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. But he is also good pals with Eli Manning. 4 to go
cool.
in that double box break, guys. We're halfway there for that double. 4 spots to go. 3 to go on a practice squad double. Let's do that as well. Were we on that vault? I know we were close on a vault single. 4 to go on the vault single. Let's knock all those out during this show. Anything else? 7-7. But we got a practice squad in us. We got a vault. And then we have a double in that Speed Flex series. Now, Mike, yesterday, 9 o'clock show. Good show. Pretty solid. You know how it goes on 9 a.m. Good pace. But then as people woke up for the noon show and the 3 p.m. show, it was busy. They were doing break after break after break after break. So I know that Speed Flex series is definitely going to take off. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So, guys, if you know you're going to get in that Speed Flex series, if you know you're getting a single, quad, or double, and you're like, yeah, and I don't want to wait, though, get in because it's gonna get hot tonight. It is gonna get hot. It is Sunday. Let's see, it's 10:17. I can't speak for everybody. I'm sure a lot of people are more responsible than I was, but I know, my younger days at 10:17 on a Sunday, I was not wide awake. I was out. I had a fun time on Saturday the night before, partied a little bit, so I had to sleep in a little bit. So
I don't know if you could say that because you've been to a lot of weddings recently.
I have been, yeah.
What do you mean younger days? You're still there.
I have another one next week.
Oh no!
And I jinxed myself because I told Common, because Common he makes the jokes. The guy go another wedding, catch the bouquet, and he jinxed me. I go, Common, good news. I think I have my last wedding next week. And then as soon as I said the next day, I get a wedding invitation for September, and I'm like, on my birthday weekend. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. 2 hours from where I live, too.
I know so many people getting married. It's crazy. Or even just engaged. I mean, Colin right here in the break room, Robbie right here in the break room, but also Colin's broadcasting partner at the Cougars just got married. That's Connor. I have another friend who just got engaged. Actually, two. And then another friend of mine got engaged last summer, and their wedding is in November. So the nice thing is these are all people that are like friends of mine, but like I'm not getting invited to the wedding, and I'm cool with that.
Love it.
So no, I don't have to dress up. I do prefer. I like to look good, but like I don't have to get I don't have to get a gift. I don't have to do anything. Yeah. Just congratulate them. Moving on.
See, so last week was it last Wednesday? It was a day I was very early here because I thought it was going to take me a while to get rent a suit. And I thought it was going to take me a while, so I left my house at 3 o'clock, and it took me about 15 minutes. So I got here maybe like at 4:20, so I was just here chilling. And I like wearing a suit if the suit fits me well. I'm a little nervous for this wedding coming up, though, because I went in there like, oh, you've been here before. We got your measurements. And I'm like, well, I've been eating a lot of pizza lately. So, so I'm hoping this suit fits me. The worst is when you get a suit and it looks like the MC Hammer pants, the parachute pants.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, and you mean, I don't know if you guys know, this is no spoiler warning here, but I'm more of the Muggsy Bogues side than on the Shaq side. I'm on the smaller guy. Yeah. So, but we'll see. I got to pick it up on Thursday. I'll let you guys know on Thursday how my suit looks. Maybe I'll just wear it on Thursday. That's it. Like, why is Dom wearing a suit? I am a September birthday, Dom. Yep. Men don't catch a bouquet. They catch... Yeah, I think I'm just making a joke, Bob. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's just making a joke.
Yeah.
Eli has no idea who I am. Luckily for him, I don't like that part, Bob. No, I don't like it. You'd be lucky to know you. I will be at FanFest getting Eli to sign a Penn State helmet as Chad Powers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw the preview to the Chad Powers show. You know Glenn Powell?
Yes.
He's going to be Chad Powers. He's I think
is Eli's in the show?
I didn't see him in the preview. I guess he's got to be like a producer or something, right? He's got to get a little credit for the Chad Powers thing.
Right, yeah.
But it's Glenn Powell, who's in Top Gun Maverick. He was Hangman.
Yeah, he's been in so much. I mean, he's really taken off in the last year or two here.
He was in that Hitman movie I watched on Netflix. That was okay. It was a little boring, if you ask me. He's in the new Twisters. I haven't checked that out. I keep seeing it on Amazon when I'm scrolling on Amazon. But I feel like a Twisters movie about like tornadoes. That's like, there's some movies that I just have to see in a movie theater. You get the sound effects, like Top Gun Maverick. It's like
right. Oh yeah.
Like Top Gun Maverick, 100%. You had to see in a movie theater. If you watch that in the movie at your home, you're not getting the full effect of the great show. So like
that was one I saw at the movies.
I still got to see Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, that's another one too.
So when you were talking about movies that you're going to go see with your dad,
Mission Impossible, I'd add to my list. I'm behind on a couple of the Marvel ones. I was a big How to Train Your Dragon fan, and my dad and I actually read the books together, which the book's very different from the movies, but still very good on both ends of the spectrum, I think. But I thought for sure when my dad was like, yeah, let's go to the movies, and I'm thinking, oh, he wants to go see How to Train Your Dragon. And he's like, oh, yeah, I don't even know the name of the movie that he said he wanted to go see. We'll figure it out later, but I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
We were talking about this earlier, and you brought up, you're like, there's 5 movies I want to see, and I keep putting it off. And I'm like, yep, you're exactly like me, because I've been wanting to see Mission Impossible for almost the last month, and I keep seeing the Superman preview. I'm like, that looks pretty good. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not going to go see it.
Right,
like,
right.
I know I'm not going to go see it.
You're like, yep, can't wait for that to come out on Prime or whatever it's on,
Like, if
HBO.
I've seen all the Mission Impossibles, and I love them all. If I'm not going to go see Mission Impossible in the movie theaters, I'm not going to go see Superman in the movie. No offense to Clark Kent out there, but
this one looks a little weird, a little different. Like, he's like a cocky Superman, and it's like...
Looks like a little funny. I actually... Yeah. The last Superman movie... I think it was the last one because I'm not a big Superman guy. I love Batman.
Yes.
So, if you like Batman, it's a little rivalry, like Superman, Batman.
I'm the same way.
I love Batman, so I don't really pay too much close touch in Superman. But the last one I didn't care for because he was all like depressing. And I was like, oh man, I'm Superman. This sucks. I'm like, no, I would love to be Superman. You're Superman.
Right?
Like life couldn't be any better.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, poor me. I'm Superman.
But this one is James Gunn, so I guess it probably will be a pretty good movie. But I don't know. It just looks a little different.
I like the Guardians. I didn't see the third one, but I liked the first two. I thought they were pretty good.
The third one was good. I don't think it was as memorable as
First
the
one's
first
really
two.
good.
The first one is out of the park. Like
Yeah.
not even close. It's so good. Second one is good as well, and it builds on the story. The third one was good, and it moved the universe along.
Mm-hmm.
It had some funny moments, but I don't think it was as memorable as the first two. But still a very good story. Like
Mm-hmm.
on its own, it stands.
I'll bring up this Speed Flex series. I just want to bring this up because I've been actually Tyler, the Batman 2.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first Batman, phenomenal.
Yes.
I have a hot take right now. I'll say it right. It's better than The Dark Knight. That's my hot take. I'm sorry. I love The Dark Knight, one of my favorite movies of all time. I think The Batman is better. But that movie was supposed to come out in 2025, the sequel, The Batman 2. It keeps getting delayed. I'm getting a
Yeah.
little worried about our Batman 2. Robert Pattinson, who I thought was very good. I'm getting a little worried about that, Tyler. I hope it comes out because I know you know how it is with Marvel. They have the universes, right?
Yeah.
It's all got to be the same universe. So I was reading about it that the Batman is not in the same universe as the Superman movie. So they want to have the Batman be in the same universe as the Superman.
so
So
confusing.
now I'm getting a little nervous that they're not going to make another Batman of Robert Pattinson Batman. It's not important. Let's get to the Speed Flex series. Like Batman, what the hell are we watching?
Yeah.
Every headliner, every box besides the Bo Jackson and the Michael Irvin Speed Flexes are available. Steve Smith Sr., Bruce Smith, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Drew Brees, Emmett Smith, Brett Favre, George Kittle, Jim Brown, Joe Burrow, and Kurt Warner.
Those are some pretty good names.
I would say so. Some damn good names. You ever watch the show Twin Peaks?
I have not.
He has a line in there. Dale Cooper, he says, this is some damn good coffee. Well, these are some damn good helmets.
I mean, if you're signing a speed flex, you gotta kind of be someone, you know?
Right. I mean, we're not going to give a speed flex to Joe Smith, just some branch off the most generic name I can
Yeah.
think of, right? Sorry if there's a
Johnny
Joe Smith.
Appleseed. Well, actually,
Yeah.
he's kind of well known, but
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry, Johnny, if you're
Still.
watching. Johnny's like, what do I do?
he's like, I'm catching ricochet
Yeah.
shots.
It's that 50 Cent meme. Like, what are you me for?
Yeah.
But here's that Father's Day series, guys. And not only is every box a speed flex, but we're going to have some entries for some prizes at the end of this series. How about a Tom Brady speed flex? How about an Aaron Judge baseball bat? How about a Steph Curry jersey? Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson boxing glove. Here's the Brady. That's the giveaway. Ric Flair championship belt. 16-time world champion. Mike, when I was 11, oh, no, I think I was 10 years old. I went to WrestleMania 22. I saw Ric Flair jump off a ladder.
Ooh.
Yeah. He was about 60-something years old. I got to see how old Ric Flair was at that time because he fell off the ladder. And I remember
Oh, no.
as a kid, well, he did, on purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose. But as a kid, I was 10, and of course, I thought it was real. And I thought that was the end of Ric Flair. I thought he was going to be a goner. And I was like, damn, I was a little nervous for him. And so the referees took him back to the ring. They to the back stage. They carried him backstage. I'm like, oh man, I was worried about Ric Flair. Then he came out from the back like a hero, and the fans went crazy. He's back. The Nature Boy's back. The Nature Boy. He's 76 right now. So in 2006, he was 57 years old.
That's not too bad, but yeah, you're pushing 60.
I mean, I'm 30 years
falling
old.
off a ladder.
I'm 30, and I don't want to be falling off a ladder.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't want to
my
be
God,
falling
that's
off a ladder.
Crazy.
The Nature Boy. Woo!
When was it that you figured out that wrestling was scripted?
Last week,
Oh, okay.
when someone in the chat told me.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Bob Boulay told me it wasn't real. I was like, what? I had to look it up.
Because we brought this up in our the other break room, not the actual breaking room, but the break room.
The snack room.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
we were talking with since we call him Cincinnati Mike, since there's me now too, but we were talking about like pivotal moments in a man's career basically, or in his lifetime, and one of them is when you first find out that WWE is fake.
Come on. Next thing you're going to tell me Santa Claus isn't real.
No, I'm still on that boat. He's got to be real.
I'll tell you what, I think my mom still thinks I believe in Santa Claus. And honestly, I'm going to keep it going because I still get Christmas presents
There you go.
from Santa.
There you
so
go.
I'm going to keep it going until I start getting those presents.
You said you're pushing 30, Tom?
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do, all right? You got to do
yeah.
what you got to do. As long as I keep getting presents, all right? If I got to,
Yeah.
if I got to play stupid to get some presents, I will.
I'm not saying that he doesn't exist. He does exist. I'm just saying, like, at 30, I think Santa Claus has to take you off the list.
I'm the youngest one in the family. That's why my mom doesn't
okay.
want to accept that the baby of the family is
Then as
no
baby, you're
longer
still
a baby
tribute.
anymore.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. What's left in the quarterback room? What's up, Brett? How you doing? Well, Brett, someone who shares your family. Or your name, I should say. I was reading, Jeff August says, what the F, Dom? Family show. Sorry, Jeff. Jeff, you're going to like this. Check out that Speed Flex series, Brett Favre. But Brett, in that quarterback room, Brett Favre and a Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex, along with a secondary headliner, J.J. McCarthy and Phil Simms. And we have 6 boxes left in that series as well. So if anyone's watching with their kids right now, I am so sorry. Santa is real and wrestling's real. What else?
Well, yeah, Santa's for sure real. Wrestling, the jury's out.
Yes.
Jury's out. Unless we get a couple more Ric Flair woos, but then, we won't know unless he's actually falling off ladders still.
I don't
imagine if he was still doing it.
Ric Flair?
Yeah.
He had his last match last year, and every former wrestler who I remember The Undertaker just had the one form was like, no, dude, don't do this.
Yeah, right.
He's like, do you want to die in the ring? And he was like, oh, kind of. And he did. He did the match, and
I mean, kind of a baller way to go
he
out.
was so it was last year, so he's 70. He had to be 75 years old still in the ring. Man, the nature boy.
Nuts.
Jay August, I think I got something you like, my friend. I think I have something you'll like.
Just a bit.
Actually, I'll just show the video off to that.
Ooh.
Southern Miss, Brett Favre. Tooth Fairy's real. Tooth Fairy's real.
Yeah, what? So that money was always underneath my pillow. And my mom's in dental hygiene, so she knows.
How was your Father's Day? Well, buy some sweet memorabilia with my son, and Dom told him Santa was.
Oh, my God.
Well, if you put it that way,
Hey, don't be even typing it out in the chat. Santa is real.
I said he was real.
Yes.
I asked Mike and said, "Is the next thing you're going to tell me Santa's not real?" I said, "I believe."
And we said, yeah.
If you ask my mother,
real.
she'll tell you I still believe.
He is real.
I want the next PlayStation, Santa, for PlayStation 6 for Christmas next year. I don't know if it's out yet.
Did you want GTA? Is it 6 or 7? 7? What's the next one that's supposed to come out that keeps getting pushed back as well?
I think 6, right?
GTA 6?
Yeah, I think the last one was 5. Definitely getting that. I love Grand Theft Auto. Anything that Rockstar makes. Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto. Whew, I'm going to be, whatever month that Grand Theft Auto comes out, I'm going to be sick that month.
You know how many letters Santa has probably gotten that asking for GTA 6?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he just has to keep giving them IOUs because it keeps getting pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
So. But I would give Santa a list that included a lot of these speed flexes, including this Southern Miss one you got on there.
What's your favorite lid in this series, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I can't go with the Packer, right? So
You could. Make me happy.
no.
But no one wants to ever do that, so that's fair,
Yeah, I mean it's hard to not pick a Tom Brady, right? Because it's Tom Brady, but we also have it as the prize. So then I have to pick between Tom Brady's. So I'll go off the board. I would have said the Bo Jackson, but we pulled it, so I feel like that's kind of cheating. I'll go with the Emmitt Smith. I like the coloring on it.
I like it.
It's a really unique color scheme. I think we were talking about that a little bit with the Panthers earlier, but this is, of course, on the Cowboys lid. And you don't typically see that teal with the Cowboys. And if it's a two-tone chrome, you would kind of expect these colors to be reversed with the blue on top and it bleeds into the silver. But I kind of like that it's opposite.
Emmitt Smith, the all-time rushing yard king. I love the two-tone chromes. I love when they fade down to a different color. Excellent point right there.
And we pulled one Dallas Cowboy. Who's to say we don't pull another?
Could be a Cowboys night here in the break room.
Do you have a division that you typically pull a lot, Dom? Or that you see, or a specific team even, too?
Well, I'm not going to say AFC South and make everyone mad.
Oh, no.
I don't know. There was one day, and Craig Crenshaw, if he's here watching, Craig can confirm this. where we pulled, it seemed like NFC East after NFC East after NFC
wow.
East after NFC East. And Craig mainly had the NFC East. That's why I remember Craig was in that show, because he was like, I'm getting all the NFC East here. And we pulled a lot of the NFC East that show, like every team. He got basically the whole division that show. But
So Rip tends to pull his two teams, the Dolphins and the Ravens, because he's got the Florida ties and the Baltimore ties. But just to kind of make things balanced, he also pulls a lot of Jets.
yeah, I pull a lot of Vikings.
And then he's like, I pull a lot of Vikings. I'm an NFC North puller. So when I'm sitting on that side, it's Vikings, it's your Packers, anybody but the Bears. Although I say that, and I believe this past Friday, I did pull, it might have been was it a Mike Singletary? So I can't complain. But
Seems like that
weird how that
myself
works.
with the Packers. Seemed like I pull every team in the NFC North, especially the Vikings in particular. If you're a Viking fan, we have J.J. McCarthy in that quarterback room. Let me check the board there. Maybe a Viking hiding out in the and more section somewhere in this Speed Flex series potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe a Jordan Addison in the and more section.
would be
We'll
nice.
see. But if you're looking for a Viking, I can tell you we have a JJ in that quarterback room with 6 boxes left, by the way. 4 headliners: Brett Favre, a Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex, JJ McCarthy, Phil Simms, secondary headliners in that series.
Bob saying Santa's real common. We're not so sure. Listen, I would have to agree because we work with the man, and sometimes I'm like, is he an apparition? Is he an idea? Is he a concept?
He AI?
Yeah, I was just about to say, is he AI? It's like Tron, where you got the AI figure right there.
2 to go. 2 spots to go in that double for the Speed Flex series, guys. Every box in this series, a Speed Flex helmet. If you do not have a Speed Flex helmet in your collection, you're like, man, I've been trying to get a Speed Flex in this break room for weeks now, still have not gotten one. Well, head to the Speed Flex Father's Day series, because every box, secondary headliner and more section, it doesn't matter. It is a Speed Flex. It's the Chase Wheel Spin as well, so you have a chance to win a Speed Flex and some money back at the end of the show, which is always nice to win some money back with a full-size helmet to go along with it. So, guys, 2 spots to go. We're definitely going to do that double during this show. We're 3 to go for a practice squad double. Let's knock that out as well. Still 4 to go for the vault. That stalled a little bit, but, hey, all it takes one person to close it out. So let's get that Speed Flex double closed out. Let's get that practice squad double closed out as well, because we know the Speed Flex break is going to be hot tonight. But 25 people watching right now. If you're just tuning in, happy Father's Day. Whether you're a father or not, happy Sunday if you're not a father. Let's have some fun here in the break room. We are down to the wire in a bunch of series, guys. The Diamonds, the quarterback room, the vault, the practice squad, the can't miss jerseys and minis, the Blitz rep series. We're down to 5 in the reps, 10 in the Diamonds, 9 in the vault, 5 in the practice squad, 6 in the quarterback room. We got 6 in the can't miss minis, so close out those breaks. The Diamonds, we have 2 Speed Flexes as well. Let me bring this up really fast. If you are a Charger fan or a Cowboy fan, Land McConkey Speed Flex in the Diamonds, and we got the Deion Sanders Lunar Speed Flex still out there as well. 10 boxes, 5 headliners, the 2 Speed Flexes, Deion and Land McConkey. We have the Ray Lewis Authentic. And then we have ourselves Alvin Kamara and AJ Green secondary headliners. What do Tron and Caddyshack have in common?
Ooh,
I'm a top box office movie.
I don't know.
I don't know. Of their years? I don't know. There's someone. Oh, who else, is anyone trying to think who's in? I never seen Tron, to be honest with you. I know what it is. It's like that.
I saw the more recent one, I think it is.
That's like they're in the video game, kind of, right? Like, or whatever. They're like in that, like.
Cindy Morgan. She played Yori and Lacey Underall.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And actually, was I thinking of Tron or was I thinking of Blade? I think I was thinking more of Blade Runner when they have the AI figures walking around with them.
Oh, the robot, like the droids are.
Both of those movies are like the same for me though. 'Cause,
Replicants.
Like it's all futuristic.
Yeah, that
like-
kind of like cyberish.
I watched both of them in the theater and I don't remember either.
I got you, Robert. Robert says, "Hey guys, can I get a rundown?" You sure can, Robert.
Yeah.
You sure can, buddy. Let me bring this up on the screen for you. Start off with the Father's Day Speed Flex series, close to closing out, 2 to go in the double. Every headliner, every box still available besides the Bo Jackson and the Michael Irvin. So we only did 1 double so far. We pulled Bo Jackson and Michael Irvin. Everyone else still available in that series as well. So is every entry for the giveaways at the end of the series for the Tom Brady Flex, the Judge Bat Curry jersey, the Holyfield Tyson glove, and the Ric Flair Championship belt.
We just closed that out.
Here we go. Do this really fast for you, Robert. Quarterback room, 6 boxes left. Brett Favre, a Trevor Lawrence Speed Flex. We have a J.J. McCarthy and Phil Simms. Secondary headliners, the Brett Favre Slate Authentic, the Trevor Lawrence Awesome Speed Flex. 6 boxes, 4 headliners. Here's the practice squad. 2 headliners left, Micah Parsons and Brian Urlacher. We have 5 boxes with 2 headliners, Micah Parsons and Brian Urlacher. The Diamonds, Authentics are better in every single box. We have 10 boxes with 5 headliners. Ray Lewis, Lad McConkey, Deion Sanders, Alvin Kamara, and A.J. Green. Kamara and Green are secondary headliners. Vault, we have 9 boxes left, 2 keys. Both of the keys are $100. And then we have Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, LaDainian Tomlinson still available. The Chase and the Henry are authentics. The Tomlinson is a rep. We also have secondary headliner Drake London in the vault as well. Reps, we have 5 boxes left in the reps. Tyreek Hill, Antonio Gates, photoed headliners. Steve Largent, secondary headliners still left in the reps. Can't miss jerseys and the minis, which are down to 6 as well. And we have 4 headliners: Eric Coryell, Michael Irvin, Randy Moss. The Moss is a mini. The Eric Coryell and Michael Irvin are jerseys. And then we have a Sterling Sharp secondary headliner. And then we have our black box jerseys up right now. Lawrence Taylor, Mike Ditka, Fred Warner, Jackson Smith and Najigba. We have Drew Brees, Earl Campbell, Emmitt Smith, Jamar Chase, and then secondary headliner Deshaun Jackson. So that is what we have in the break room right now, Robert. And we do have a Speed Flex double coming up. Thank you, Mike.
No problem.
There's Bradley. We have Hammy, James Hamlin, Karen, Chris, Jay August, Stephen Plecky, and Christopher Leon. Thank you guys for getting in this Speed Flex double. So drop me 2 numbers for Father's Day double. 4 and 12. Thank you, Jay August. Brett Favre and Lynn Dickey. I got you now, Jay August. I used to call it the Aaron Rodgers box, but Jeff August won a Patrick Mahomes with box 12. He said it was the Lynn Dickey box. So if you want a Patrick Mahomes Speed Flex and you say it's the Lynn Dickey box, it's the Lynn Dickey box to me. All righty. So we'll take 4. Thank you, Mike. He's going for it again. Lynn Dickey luck, day 2. JA versus JH, no wheel. Interesting. Ooh.
Yeah, because usually Hamlin's calling for the wheel.
I know Jay August normally a box color guy, though. He likes to call the bookends or get the Packer numbers. Worked out for him yesterday. Alrighty, guys. Bradley, James, Karen, Chris, Jeff, Steven, Christopher, 8 times here in the randomizer. I'm hoping JH is okay. He's been quiet. James, if you're out there, let us know. Blink twice if you're okay, James Hamlin.
The signs of life are him buying into the brakes.
Yes. And the final click. And there it is. Hey, Jay August, you're halfway there. You got the NFC North. You know what that means. You got that Brett Favre spot. All righty. So, Jeff, NFC North. Chris, you have the NFC South. Karen, the NFC East. Christopher, the NFC West. Steven, the AFC North. Christopher, the AFC South. James, the AFC East. And Bradley, the AFC West. Good luck to everybody. I'm just going to scoot this Bo Jackson to the side, right next to Michael Irvin. Couple playmakers. We'll start with box 4. We'll see if Brett Favre is in box number 4 for the Father's Day Speed Flex Series.
That would be too easy, right?
Right?
That would mean we're pulling 12. That would mean the Tom Brady's in there.
Ooh, well, hey, we have our first entry
Oh, all right. I knew we had to find one of those.
for the Aaron Judge baseball bat.
Ooh,
There you
okay.
go.
All right.
So an Aaron Judge baseball bat. So, Mike, I would say just make a new live break sheet. You know.
Yeah.
I want to give you very credit too for the basketball. How you put it in that basketball like that.
Yeah.
That was very easy to do. So shout out to you for doing that.
It got very confusing after a while. And I was
Yes.
like, you know what? We need to. I need to update it because we only have how many threes they have through 3 games. So I'll do that in a second. But yeah, let's make a new sheet and let's get these entries in there.
Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you that. Very nice on that. That was very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we'll see who's getting an entry for Aaron Judge baseball bats. Whew. We have ourselves the current Defensive Player of the Year. I love this helmet. It's Patrick Surtain, the second PS2 on the throwback Broncos lid. Very nice. Ooh, we got the D-point inscription as well. Bradley, you got a Speed Flex and an entry for the Aaron Judge at the end of the series, my man. Congratulations. Very, very nice. Bradley Williams with the Patrick Surtain, the second PS2. And very, very good penmanship. For a current guy, a young guy in the league, very good penmanship. You could tell his dad was in the league. You could tell his dad signed a lot of autographs.
Yeah.
He's like, son, if you're going to sign autographs, you're going to have to do it with some pride. Very nice. So,
And you said that was an Aaron Judge giveaway. Right?
yes. Here, I get you. And if you just want to put out Bradley, just write out like Bradley. I know sometimes you just
Yeah.
like that to have the double checked. So,
Right.
so very nice. Pat Surtain. The second. Beckett Cert on the back. Nice hit, Bradley. Very nice. Patrick Surtain the second. We'll keep him for now.
Yeah.
We'll keep him on the table for now. I really like these Broncos helmets. And that's the Ann Moore section. The Defensive Player of the Year is in the Ann Moore section. Unbelievable. So very nice, Bradley. And good luck later on for that Aaron Judge bat. Yes, so Rob, the entry comes in the box. So you would have to win the helmet, and then you get the entry as well. So once we open the box, it's like the vault key. You know, it has the paper, and it tells you, congrats, you won. Good question, though. It's actually even better because you have double chances of winning, right?
Yeah. No
You win a
doubt.
helmet, a Speed Flex, and then you have a chance to win something at the end of the series. Maybe a bat, maybe a boxing glove, championship belt, jersey, Speed Flex.
And it's our Chase wheel spin today, so
Plenty of chances to
getting
win
a
something.
gift
yeah.
card. Yeah.
You do still have a chance to win the gift card, though, Rob. If the break you're in closes out and you don't win, you still have a chance to win something at the end of the show because it is the Chase wheel spin. All right, the Lynn Dickey box.
We've seen Lynn Dickey here in the break room.
We have seen Lynn Dickey on a mini. I never seen him on Speed Flex. Seen him
Not
on
on
mini.
a Speed
Yeah.
Flex. No, yeah.
Great autograph.
I can't
though.
think of another famous 12 that played for the Green Bay Packers, though.
Nah.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Think of a number 8 on the Jets and the Steelers. That guy.
Are you talking about Justin Fields?
Yes.
Yeah.
Justin Fields replaced Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers replaced Justin Fields
Yeah.
with
They
Pittsburgh.
could have just traded 1 for 1.
Right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. We have another flex, of course. And Rob, perfect timing because whoever won this helmet also just won an entry for the Steph Curry jersey as well.
Ooh, okay.
So yes, you win the helmet and you get an entry spot for the giveaway. And here you go, I'll give you this.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. have? Who do we have? All righty. There's the card in here. I don't see the card, so we'll find out. Oh, there we go. I think I know who this is. It's Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts Speed Flex.
Ooh.
Very nice. Kyle Pitts going to Chris in the NFC South. Very nice. Got the Beckett shirt
All right.
on the back. Nice hit, Chris Millard in the NFC South. Kyle Pitts. It's a make or break year for him this season in Atlanta. It really is. I have high hopes for him. He was a beast at Florida, 1,000 yards his rookie season in Atlanta. The last couple of years, there's been a lot of quarterback issues with the Falcons. I'm a believer in Michael Penix, as you know that, because I've been talking up Drake London and Bijan Robinson a lot.
Yeah.
The Brady prize lid in the Father's Day is only one in the entry prize, right? Yes, the prize one. The Patriot Speed Flex you can win in the break, Rob. The Bucks one, that one that says prize at the bottom of it, that's an entry. You'll have to get an entry spot just like the ones on the table right there. So, good questions, though. Very good questions. You guys have any other questions, please feel free to ask. That's what we are here for. No such thing as stupid questions. You know, sometimes people want to ask questions, but sometimes they get a little too shy. If you're thinking about asking a question, I guarantee you there's someone else thinking about asking that question as well. So don't feel free. Even if the question is, what the hell is this? What am I watching?
Yeah, right.
I'd rather have you ask that than you buy in a break and you don't know how it works and you don't win. You're like, well, where the hell's my helmet? I spent money on this. So if you have no clue what you're watching, again, you're not going to offend us if you're like, can you please explain what this is? I'll happily explain it. So Kyle Pitts going to Chris. Congratulations, Chris. Caught Michael Penix's first career passing touchdown, so maybe that's a little connection there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Florida fan. Not as bad, not as big as Rip is. He's an alma mater, but
Right.
I watched this guy at Florida. He was an absolute beast. I expect big things from him this season. I think he's gonna have a good year. I think the whole Atlanta offense is gonna be fun to watch.
That's fair. I think a lot of people had high hopes for Atlanta last year, and I didn't understand why. Because I didn't think enough moves had been made for them to really take that jump. And I think people really saw that that was the case. But this year might be a different story.
Rob says, "What's the lotto numbers for tonight?" You tell me, Rob.
Yeah, what do you got, my man?
If you know,
Send
let
it
me
on
know.
over this way.
If anyone else in the chat knows what the lottery numbers are going to be tonight, let me know. I can use a few $100 million, right?
Yeah, right? Oh, my goodness. That'd be great.
I got to call my agent to work out a deal here to get that Juan Soto deal.
Well, we're not done with the breaks, though, because we have the 2-minute warning practice squad double that just
Yeah.
closed. So that'll be ready to go in just a second here.
Happy Father's Day, everybody. What's up, Austin? I'm just a pet dad. Well, you're still a dad. Happy Father's Day, Austin. How you doing? Austin had a date on Friday. Ooh, he had a date on Friday. Ooh.
Well, he was winning a bunch of stuff. I
a
don't know if
good
it
week.
was on
It's a
Friday
good
or
week
if it
for
was
Austin.
on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, hey, let that luck roll through the week. And also, now you got something to brag about on that day, right?
That's exactly. You showed the date all your winnings and like, damn, this guy's cool. I like this. Yeah.
Have you seen those memes where, it's like, I know there will never be a date number 2, but at least she knows about, some mid-tier player. For you and me, it's the White Sox. It would be like, and I hate to call him mid-tier because he was great on that team, but it'd be like, I know there will never be a date number 2, but at least she knows about Tadahito Gucci in 2000.
Second baseman, number 15.
Yeah.
Diamonds, Brett. We have Ray Lewis, Lad McConkey, Speed Flex, Deion Sanders, Speed Flex, and an Alvin Kamara and AJ Green secondary headliners, Brett. How's a good time? She's a Packer fan. Jay August says, so a keeper. There you go. There you go. So that 2-minute warning, guys. Thank you for closing out. We got John, got Marisa, Rio, Adam, Kenneth, Seabass. What's up, Sebastian? Got some good people in this break right here. Drop me 2 box numbers for practice squad double. I'm a diehard Vikings fan. Sunday would be wild.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Will be fun. We see a lot in the a lot of couples here in the chat. You know, they're the husband might be a fan of one team and the wife might be a fan of the rival. So it's possible. It's possible.
You can live that way.
What's
It's
the
doable.
line? Opposites attract. Is that like
Right, yeah.
that's a saying, right?
Gives you something to have a little mini, not argument. That makes it sound bad, but like a little poke fun at each other. You know?
14-29. Gotcha, Sebastian. All right, practice squad. That is good. Take that off the ticker. Appreciate you. We got our man Seabass in the room. You ever see the movie Dumb and Dumber?
Yes.
You know who played Seabass in that movie.
Yeah.
Cam Neely. Hockey player. He had to be friends like with the writers, right? In that movie. It's like, why is Cam Neely in this movie?
Yeah. You see a lot of that, like even.
Like a random athlete just making a game.
Yeah.
A lot of Adam Sandler movies you see like a random athlete.
Who am I thinking? I'm thinking of Sean Avery, former Ranger. Yeah, he's a little bit of a pest, but
Yeah, I remember him.
he's been in a couple movies now too.
I remember when he used to like stand in front of the goalie all the time, right? And just try to aggravate the goalies.
Yep.
Sebastian, you have the NFC North, the Brian Urlacher spot. Adam, you have the NFC South. Marisa, you have the NFC East. Sebastian, you have the NFC West. Rio, you have the AFC North. John, the AFC South. Kenneth, the AFC East. And Sebastian, the AFC West. Good luck to everybody. We'll start with box number 14. Here we go. 2-minute warning. We have ourselves somewhere over the Dwayne Bowe. Wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, former wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, Dwayne Bowe. Mini helmet on the slate. You got the cert on the back. A JSA going to Sebastian in the AFC West. Congratulations, Sebastian. Box 14, a Dwayne Bowe mini helmet. We'll write up this bad boy, and then we'll get to box 29.
The gold slates are nice.
I like the gold slates.
Yeah.
I am team gold slate over team silver slate. How about you, right?
Yeah. I always talk about it when a slate comes out is we get a lot of slate hate in the room, but honestly, the gold ones you can't go wrong.
They look nice. They look nice. Nice hit for Sebastian right here. Dwayne Bowe. William Maynard's favorite player. William, if you're watching, happy Sunday, buddy.
We are moving in that Father's Day quad. There's 5 spots to go.
Told you it was a matter of time for this Father's Day series. Every box is a speed flex, guys.
We did those 2 doubles. Another one is back open for you on the break page, but you could also buy into the single. That's 6 to go. So price points galore.
Whatever's in your price range, we got it for you. All right, box 29 coming up. 2-minute warning. We're talking about practice squad. Oh, this one's on a mini helmet.
Oh, wow. There we go.
I just spent my price range. What's in the free range? Offer you some free advice.
Yeah.
I could do that. Some excellent box calls from Sebastian. Got himself a Brian Urlacher Rave Authentic.
There's one of the headliners.
There you go. It's a matter of time. Of course, I have to pull a bear helmet.
Yeah, right?
Pull a Viking helmet now.
Well, you see, I'm in the room. That's part of it. But the bigger part is because of the fact that you're a Packers fan, you got to pull your rival team, right?
That's right. Always got to. It's more like, let's see, the free advice I give people is don't eat yellow snow. That's the best advice I give people.
I guess that's
Yeah.
pretty good advice.
That's more of the advice I'm giving out. Don't eat yellow snow.
I would hope it's
It's
self-explanatory.
not lemon flavored. It's not lemon flavored. There you go.
Are you sure?
We'll try it. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find some snow in the middle of June, but
Well, hey, Sebastian coming away with the bookends, the NFC North and the AFC West, and both boxes in this break.
heck yeah, let's go.
As you said, some nice box calling on his behalf. He was also closer magic. He had the bookends and the box caller magic. That's incredible.
He got all the magic on that break
Yeah.
right there. Very, very nice. Sebastian with the Brian Urlacher Rave Authentic. This thing is bright. Woo. Got the Beckett cert on the back. Congratulations, Sebastian. Awesome, awesome hit. Brian Urlacher. Authentic, of course. Put this bad boy away.
Very nice.
Brian Urlacher spent a lot of time on the table last night, so I got to put him away. How about it, Jeff? A lot of time on this table last night. Joe, we had a quarterback room, and we had all quarterbacks with Brian Urlacher on the table. I'm like, can I put Brian away? Joe goes, no, I never pulled Bears helmet. I want him on the table. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And then Jay August,
love Joe.
Jay August pulled the Patrick Mahomes, and Joe goes, okay, fine. We can take the Brian Urlacher helmet off now. And Jeff goes, he's funny, he goes, very fitting that my helmet's the one that takes the Bears helmet off the table.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting really lucky you guys are. Oh, there you go. Appreciate you, Sebastian. Hey, man, you're the best. Appreciate you. Our man Seabass is going for that Micah Parsons. Hell yeah, still out there.
Yeah, thank you, my man.
Always appreciate you guys. You know that. Happy to be spending this beautiful Sunday with you. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Alrighty. My man Mike said we are getting close on a quad for that Speed Flex series.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're 5 to go on the next double. That quad is... Oh, excuse me. 5 to go on the quad. Excuse me. I'm looking at
5
the
to go,
quad.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
5 to go on that quad, guys. Everything else... Oh, 4 to go in vault still, but we've been 4-4 a little bit in that vault. All right, guys. Probably let's close out that quad. I'll give you some time to close out that quad. If not, we'll take a short break, and we'll be back here at noon. But I think we could get that quad out of the room
It's
for this show.
we can more than do that for us and you at home.
Show off these bad boys right now. Steve Smith, Bruce Smith, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Drew Brees, Emmitt Smith, Brett Favre, George Kittle, Jim Brown, Joe Burrow, Kurt Warner, still available in the Speed Flex series. Secondary headliners available. We have Aiden Hutchinson, Tim Brown, Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, and Marcus Allen. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. Every box in this series, photoed headliner, secondary headliner in the and more section, all Speed Flexes. That's right. Every single box in this series is a Speed Flex. If you've never won a Speed Flex in the break room before and you've been trying for weeks, days, months, we'll get in this series because every box is a guaranteed Speed Flex. This is the break to do it. Here's the Jim Brown. Brownie the Elf. There's the Emmett, the two-tone chrome. Here's the Brian Thomas Jr. I love that lid. Southern Miss. There's our guy, Brett Favre. Got the Drew Brees two-tone chrome, just like the Emmitt Smith. This one black on top and fades to the gold. That's the bow that we pulled. Here's Kurt Warner. Love this lid is awesome, man. You got the greatest show on turf. You got the Cardinals on there as well. Excuse me. Thank you. But Joe Burrow. Excuse me, let's not skip over the other LSU player, Malik Neighbors. I'll get to you, Joe. I'm sorry. There's Malik Neighbors. There's Joe Burrow on the LSU lid. I love this purple on here. And here's the prize. Rob asked earlier if this was the prize. Yes, it is, Rob. The Brady Bucks flex helmet. But the Brady Patriot flex could be won in the breaks. So 2 chances to win Tom Brady here in the break. And we are 5 to go on a quad. 5 to go on a double for the next practice squad. Definitely can knock that out. I know my man Sebastian wants to see that Micah Parsons on the table ASAP. 6 to go on a few. Double vault. All right, double in the reps. There we go. A little movement there. Still 4 in the vault, but that's going to happen. No worries there. 7 to go on the jerseys. We know those jerseys can close out at any time. Only $28 a spot. And the diamonds. The diamonds are in an excellent spot, guys. 10 boxes, 5 headliners, 2 speed flexes. Ladd McConkey and Deion Sanders. If you're a Chargers fan, I've never seen a Chargers speed flex like that with the black bolt. Got a little bit of blue on the outline. That looks awesome. Then prime time, Deion Sanders. Never out of style, Deion Sanders. Prime. So I'll give you guys until 11:10. 11:10, we'll see where we're at. If we're still 4 to go on a bunch of breaks, we'll take a short break. But if we're 2, 1 to go, you know me, guys. I'll give you a couple extra minutes. I try to act like a hardo, Mike, and try to be like, all right, we're signing off if it's not closed out. I don't care if it's even 1 spot to go. But then it gets to 1 minute and there's 1 spot to go. And I'm like, all right, guys, let's just close it out. I'll give you time to close it out.
Yeah.
They know me. They're like, Dom, you're not a hard. You're like, you're not tough.
We'll push you around a little bit.
We know you're soft, Dom. We know you're gonna give us extra time. Not today. Not today. We'll see, probably. It is Father. It's a holiday, so I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. Father's Day is the Chase Wheel Spin. I can't speak for Ricky in the 6 p.m. show, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this the Chase Wheel Spin for all of my shows today. Give the dads out there a nice little incentive. Win some money back. Win yourself a speed flex. Win some money back. Have a little fun. 11:04, guys. We know that flex series is going to take off. Practice squad, 5 to go. Definitely should happen. See that Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons, man. Authentic, still in that practice squad. What's it going to be? I am so upset there's no basketball tonight. That was all my material for my shows. I was going to talk about the game. I got no material. I'm done. I guess.
Well, you still can. You're just previewing it for another 24 hours, you know?
Panthers taking care of business 5-2.
Yeah, in Edmonton. So,
You think there's going to be a game 7?
I really hope this series goes 7, but I mean, the Oilers have had their backs up against the wall before. They were down 3-0 to this team last year.
Yep.
It's just, you know, people talk about how the Oilers got better. The Panthers got better too. So, I don't know. Can the Panthers close it out at home again? They'd be spoiled. 2 Stanley Cup wins in 2 years, both on home ice. That's something that the Blackhawks don't even have. You know?
They only did it once, right?
The
last
once
one
at home.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay
of the three most recent victories. But you know what? I think at this point, the Conn Smythe. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sergei Bobrovsky has been unbelievable as usual.
Mm-hmm.
But Brad Marchand just had a game of his life, plus the overtime winner back in game 2. Like, I don't know how you don't give it to the big-nosed rat right there, you know? I don't trust anybody with a bigger nose than me. That's just not possible. But this guy.
Yeah, Tyler, you're still in the Chase Wheel Spin. Everyone who was in the Speed Flex series, the Father's Day series, who closed out the break is still in. If you got in and that break did not close out, then you won't be in the Chase Wheel Spin. But you're in, Tyler. Whether you win or lose, you're in the Chase Wheel Spin.
Yes. It's just the entries for these extra prizes that have to go to the winners.
Yes.
The people who won those boxes.
When you see the sheet with you won an entry spot for the Steph Curry, for the Aaron Judge, that is winners only. Tyler did win in the Chase, in the Speed Flex series earlier, but you are still in that Chase Wheel Spin, my friend. Yes, you are.
Sebastian buying back into the practice squad. What are we chasing now that the Brian Urlacher got pulled? Is it the Micah? I think that was what he was saying earlier.
He said he's going for the Micah Parsons. Yeah, you got those 3 spots to put it to 5 to go. So if anyone wants to join Sebastian there, I'll give you guys 4 minutes. If not, no big deal. We'll be back here at 12 o'clock Central Time. So just under an hour. We'll have that Speed Flex series in the room still. I really want to knock that out tonight. I mean, it's Father's Day. It's not going to be Father's Day tomorrow. It won't be in style if we have a Father's Day series the day after Father's Day, right, Mike? We got to
Right.
get this out of the room tonight. We'll see who's going to win a Aaron Judge bat, maybe a Ric Flair championship belt, along with the cool speed flexes. Let's not forget those.
Right.
So I'll give you guys a couple minutes. You guys know what to do. Close out whatever you want. If not, I'm going to go eat about 4 Slim Jims. I've been going crazy on those Slim Jims in the break room. Very popular. Ever bought those Slim Jims?
You might want to be careful. Too many of those, and you won't be slim or I was gonna say slim or Jim. It doesn't make any sense, but like, it might screw you up later. We'll go with that.
My middle name? What's not my middle name? What's the confirmation name? My confirmation name is Jim.
Oh, okay.
James.
Well, then it's calling your name, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. One day I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat some of these because there's protein in them.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh,
Process. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to eat too much but they're good. They're like, that's the problem.
are addicting.
They're good. And you do see, you're like, oh, protein. It's like, oh, I need quick protein. Like, oh, 6 grams or whatever. It's like, not much, but it beats the bag of chips.
right.
Yeah, so.
yeah. I need to lay off of those. I'm
That's
not
what-
even the biggest chip guy to begin with, but because it's in our snack room over there, I'm like, maybe a couple Pringles won't hurt.
I love chips.
Okay.
I'm addicted to I love snacking. I'm a salty guy. You know, the people like sweets or salt. I like salty snacks, like
okay, yeah.
chips. And, working nights, you go home and, you got leftover food. Now, I don't cook, so I always just eat chips all the time. Just get the big party-sized bag of chips, and I'm a one-man party. I ate that whole bag by myself.
Did you go with Rip to Denny's the one night?
No, I did not go to Denny's. I had to be here same thing. Like, I had to be here 8 a.m.
Okay.
So I was like,
Okay.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
I forget who he was breaking with that night. Maybe it was Robbie or something like that, but they did the night show. and
Oh, no, that was me. He went to Denny's. Like, he was breaking with me. We were here until
yeah.
almost 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And he went to Denny's. I was like,
Did you know he was saying that you could get, like, I forget what special it is. It might be a Grand Slam.
I think the Grand, yeah, you
and,
get like 2 grand.
it's buy one and get one more for an extra $1.
Uh-huh.
And he's done that twice now. Somebody went with him though on the second time that he went though. And
Okay.
I didn't know if it was you or not.
I did not go to, I'm not a, I don't think I've ever been to Denny's, to be honest with you. I know there's a Denny's over because I passed it on my way in.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever been to Denny's.
And Pringles are curved cardboard. Yeah, they're a little thin, but like if you eat 2 at a time, and then the flavoring on there is what gets me, But I guess I'd be more of a Lay's guy, to be honest with you.
Pringles is all, whoever came up with the deal for the Pringles to be in the tin, like the circular tin,
Yeah.
saved Pringles.
Right. Yeah. Because
I don't
otherwise
think-
they'd be destroyed.
No disrespect to Pringles. I don't think they're in business if Pringles comes just in a regular bag.
Oh, they'd be. You'd have to rename it to Crumbs. It'd be like one of those Nature Valley Honey and Oats bars that like you take one bite and it's just crumbs everywhere.
Now that I'm getting older, I'm just like liking every kettle cooked chip that there is.
Yes.
Obviously, Cape Cod is good, but nice jalapeno kettle cooked chip. They still make Crunchers.
I think so.
Crunchers had a good.
I'm
I think
not
those
sure.
were Jay's. I don't know if Jay's is national.
Yeah. Right.
Jay's very good barbecue chip. If you got Jay's chips anywhere where you live, get some Jay's barbecue. They are some of the best barbecue chips. I'm not even a barbecue chip guy, but their barbecue chips are very, very well.
No doubt.
Well, let's see where we're at right now. All right, still where we were 10 minutes ago. So, Mike, we'll take a short break. We'll be back here in less than an hour, 50 minutes, 12 p.m. Central Time.
Well, wait. We have a Chase Wheelspin.
That's right.
I was like, hold on, hold your horses.
Dude, I keep forgetting. See, I'm a night show guy. The day show is like...
And then we'll probably be out of here. Although you never know, something could close in between. Utz chips in your area? Yes, I see more of the pretzels and the little cheese ball Utz.
Where do I see those? Those chips. I do see those chips. And where do I see those?
Are they here?
No, those aren't the Potbelly chips that they have. Potbelly's is what? What do they sell?
No, yeah, I don't.
They have a specific chip. What is it?
I can't think of what they have. I always get their voodoo one. Just
Yeah.
'cause
The spicy.
That's the name of our home haunt, and I like spicy stuff. So, yeah, the voodoo chips are good.
I like spicy chips and salt and vinegar chips. I know those are polarizing. I'm a salt and vinegar guy.
No, I like those too. Yeah.
Very good with a sandwich. All right, guys. 8 times in the randomizer. Top name will take you to the wheel out of 100. Spin this wheel and see who's going to get some gift card money sent their way. Now I need some chips.
Right? Yeah. We were trying to talk ourselves out of the chips, but we talked ourselves into them.
Stephen Plecky, there you go.
All right.
Steven, you've won the Chase wheel spin for the 12 o'clock hour. Excuse me, 9 o'clock hour. So we'll automatically spin this at 1. But Steven, if you're in the chat and you want us to spin at a specific number, maybe a favorite number, a birthday, jersey number, let us know. But we automatically spin it at 1 if we don't hear back from you.
Very nice. I don't know if I've seen Steven win a Chase wheel spin before.
Steven. So we'll give Steven a couple seconds. Just giving you guys a few seconds maybe to close out a break. We do it during this show.
That vault was sitting at 4 to go, so we could close that out pretty quickly. Double box in the 2-minute warning squad is at 5 to go. That's those Sebastian spots back in there for the Micah Parsons. And then a couple of things sitting at 6. That'd be the double box of the replicas, the double box for the vault, and the single box for the Father's Day series.
We had, I would say, a minor blockbuster trade in the NBA just happened.
Oh.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, Desmond Bane's a good player. Desmond Bane just got traded to the Magic. I would say what the Magic gave up to get him is really blockbuster. Caldwell Pope's okay. Cole Anthony, young player, might be all right. 4 unprotected first-round picks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Desmond Bane, good player, but
For 4 picks?
in the Magic, it's
Unprotected?
Not, the Magic were the 6th seed last year. Or, no, maybe a little more, but it's not like the Magic were the 1 seed.
In it. They weren't in it this year, though.
They made the postseason, but I think they were eliminated first round, I believe.
Were they play in or were they first round?
Yeah, good point. Did the Magic get in?
I think.
No, they played the Celtics. Yeah.
Yeah,
they played
you're
the
right.
Celtics, yeah.
You're right. Yep.
But that's
Wow, that is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a haul.
All right, let's spin this wheel for Steven. All right, not the worst. Not the worst. $41 going to Stephen Plecky's way.
All right.
So congratulations, Steven. I'll take one last gander at this break page. All righty, still 5 to go on that practice squad. Still 5 to go on that quad. Guys, we're going to take a short break. But do not worry. You do not lose your spot in that break. You just get transferred over to our next show. The next show will be in the 12 p.m. show. While we're off the air, get your spots for whatever series you want to play. I recommend the Speed Flex series. That's the most loaded series in the room right now. And I'm telling you guys, once the room gets later on during the day, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, more people are going to be in the room for that Speed Flex series, more competition. So I would get my spot now. We see it all the time, Mike, in the break room. Oh, I was going to get that last spot, but someone beat me out to it. Well, don't get beaten out.
Yeah, no.
So there you go. So from Mike, awesome job from you, my man. I'll see you in just under 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Alrighty,
excited to
guys.
be here for the noon, boys. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So awesome morning here in the UA Live Break Room. Let's continue that in the afternoon. We'll be back here at 12 p.m. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.